Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, good. We got audio. Hey now, everybody. This is Johnny Beane, and welcome to Talking Guitars and 80s Metal Live. It is March 8th, 2022, 8:10 p.m. Eastern, 5:10 Pacific, out here in Santa Cruz, California. Here we are. Hey, if this is your first time here, subscribe to the channel, smash that thumbs up, and if you dig this stuff, triple smash it. Right, John?
Abso-smurfly.
That's right.
Yes.
Triple smash.
That's better than double smash.
Yeah, no double smashes. You know, unless you want to double smash the other one, then that's fine.
In other words, smash it with your face, then smash it with your fist, then use your pee-pee if you have a pee-pee. If not, grab the nearest pee-pee next to you and just go, ah!
Well, welcome everybody, and we actually do have a brand new feature here. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on desktop or mobile, you might see a little scissor icon. That's the clip icon. You can actually clip any section of these shows. And then what you want to do is you want to share out.
Johnny, wait a minute. That scissor icon, that's what scissor means? Girls, we're not doing the scissoring bit. Call it off. Get dressed. We're not doing that. Holy hell. I'm sorry, Johnny. Oh my God. I totally did not realize that's what we were doing tonight. I thought when you said, John, we're scissoring, get ready. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I really thought you meant something else.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. But
go ahead with your thing. I'm sorry. Go ahead with your thing.
Yeah. Not what he's talking about. But check it out. Down below, you'll see a little scissor icon. It says clip. Now, what that means is you can clip like 5 seconds to 60 seconds of any portion of these shows, and you can share out those clips on Twitter, on Facebook, even on your community tabs on YouTube. I mean, basically anywhere.
So basically, if they want to report something, say, I don't know, if I came on here with I don't know, 2 lesbians, strippers interested in doing scissoring. Just I'm pulling that right out of my ass.
If that was to happen, that it could be clipped and shared on Twitter, on Facebook, anywhere.
Well, what if it was a section of the show where I brought in a horny penguin with marmalade?
Same thing. It could be clipped and shared.
Up to 5 minutes.
Up to 1 minute. Up to 60 seconds.
Up to 1 minute. So my entire sexual bit, like if I had intercourse with said penguin, again, I'm just pulling this out of my, well, not that there's a penguin in my, 1 minute of the, got it. Got
5 seconds to 1 minute. So 5 seconds is long enough.
All right. So totally enough for me to have full on intercourse. I understand.
Yeah.
Where are the scissors?
On YouTube, you should see them down below next to the thumbs ups. They're right in between the share button and the save button. You should see a scissor icon and it says clip. Anybody can do that.
I see report.
Don't click. Don't click that.
I don't see a scissor button.
Maybe not everybody has access to it. Actually, you have to have 1,000. You have to have 1,000 subscribers to get access to it.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's just channels that have 1,000 subs. I don't know.
Because my mother right now, I guarantee Mama Kuda is looking right now for a pair of scissors, and I don't see the scissors. John, there's no scissors here. I don't see scissors. Who are these girls? What's this penguin? I don't see these scissors. Why is there marmalade on the floor?
Yeah. So anyway, it's a brand new feature here on the channel. We've waited like literally months to get it, and we finally have it, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and it can be done anytime while we're live, or I think afterwards as well. So if
Keith
there's
Campbell
any section,
Keith Campbell says he used it the other night.
yeah, he did. He did. So Keith Campbell has it, and it's cool. It's really cool. So if you have it, please use it, and share these videos out.
How many of you on here see that scissor icon in the chat? I'm just curious.
Joe Hervey
sees it.
Yeah, you'll see it on your phone or you'll see it on desktop. Either one.
Let's see. Paulie Walnuts,
Janice.
the great Jay Hannon of the band Gizmachi. Janice Lala has it.
Hey, Jay.
Well, do the rest of you guys have that? Let's see. Paulie's on his way. Where is Dane?
No idea.
Dane! 3, 2, 1, rolling. Roll it.
Maybe he's
Dane!
Maybe he sold some strings and closed up early.
I have these, but I don't want to ship them. But I got paid, but they don't live down the block. But I don't know how I'm going to get these strings to this person if I can't walk them and they're not coming in the store. I hope I don't have to ship them. Jay says he hijacked a UPS truck to Carolina.
Oh, wow.
That'd be funny. Dane, in an action star style, starts driving alongside a UPS truck, and you just hear music start playing. Dun 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 dun. Dane starts climbing onto the roof of his car. The UPS driver's like, "What the hell?" And Dane jumps over, pulls the driver out. Dun 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 dun. And,
sounds familiar. Is it back in the 20s? False flag. False flag. I love you guys. False flag.
Gonna take it to the store and get Jay his guitar. I'll drive it there myself, but I'll never share. Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know where he is. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Hopefully he's okay. I mean, that's the main thing.
So Jay, just to ask, Dane did consummate that deal with that Ibanez guitar. You guys worked it out, so it will be on its way to you. Is that established already?
John Biel.
Oh, John Biel is driving it. I understand. John Biel's driving in the middle of the night. I've got to get to Dane's shop. He won't ship. Pick up this guitar for Jay. You can see that. So let's see. Welcome to Talking Guitars and 80s Metal Live. We are live. Neanderthal is on his way. I have no idea where Dane is tonight.
Yeah, he hasn't seen the message. So
somebody should call him up. Dane's in a hammock with a cool frosty bang energy drink.
Don't we have his number here?
He's just, laying in the hammock.
What's Dane's number? Yeah. What's it? Zim's
Guitars.
Zim's Guitars. This is
Arizona.
This is where there's audience participation.
Everybody call this number now.
Everybody call this number and say, "Hey, where are you?" I think this is it.
Meanwhile, he's at the store making a really big deal. Someone walked in with 12 1950s Les Pauls. I found these in the attic. I guess they were my brother's. He was one of them musicians, and I don't even know what to do with these lease pools guitars. But I don't know. $4 each be too much?
There we go. 480-242-3742. Everybody watching this right now, call that number. Let's jam his phone lines. And I mean, hopefully he's okay. I mean, that's the main thing, because it says he hasn't seen the message, but he was active on Facebook 27 minutes ago.
Hopefully he is not actually driving Jay's guitar to Jay. That'd be very funny.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
Let's see. So where do you guys in the chat think Dane is? Right in the chat. Hellstorm says he might be in a sex swing in the back room. I can imagine that, with a ball gag or with a he's got a pickup in his mouth, stuffed into his mouth by some dominatrix.
Oh my gosh.
Some dominatrix. So, you want the Stickelgruben? All right. Brings a spiked paddle out.
Long distance? Huh? Is there long distance anymore?
Is there long distance? What are you dialing on a rotary?
Oh, wait a minute.
Why are all these people calling?
Is there long distance? Hello?
Hey, Johnny.
Hey.
Hey, it's Paulie.
Hey, Paulie. Oh, Paulie.
Hey, I just
Paulie Walnuts.
I just spoke to
Paulie Walnuts.
Yeah, I just spoke to Zim. He's on his way home.
He's on his way home. Okay.
Yeah, and he said he's gonna log on.
So he's gonna come on from his house?
Huh? So he's just going home.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Is he coming on? Is he coming on the show?
I don't think so.
Is he coming on his house from his house?
I don't think so. No, it doesn't sound like it. But he sounded okay.
Yeah, he sounded fine.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go do the show tonight. Yay!
He sounded like Zim.
Okay, cool.
I forgot to do something today.
Well, hey, thank you so much for calling.
Yeah.
I forgot to do something today. Awesome. I'm on my way home. I forgot to do something today.
All right. I'll see you later, man.
What was it I forgot to do? Did I lock up the store? Did I turn out the lights? What was it I forgot to do? Oh, hell, the show. So let's see.
We're just glad he's okay. I mean,
yes. Well, thank goodness.
That's the main thing.
Let's see.
Right, Ned? Oh, wow.
Warlag says he might be taking a shit. Kurt 5150 says he might be getting a BJ from David Lee Roth.
There is Dave Lee Roth news. I don't know if you saw that. There is
about his tattoo business.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that after we say hello to everybody. Let's say hi to everyone in the chat.
There is a car.
First of all, we let's say hi to everyone in the chat. Let's say hi to Bozique, Vistalite 1972, Hellstorm, Rock Daddy, Gretch Zeppelin, Keith Campbell, Mike Olson, Mad Dog Leo Safko, R2, R3, Locking Knot, Wayno, Bozique, Keith Campbell, Joe Hervey, Kai Matthews, James G, Robert Ranford, my girl Sandra Picorni, Picorni, me love you long time. Let's see. And this is where I go and get confused. Who else is in the chat? Johnny, you have the master list, right?
Yes. I can tell you exactly.
Read off who's in the chat right now, please.
Ned, do you want to read the chats?
Oh, Ned.
Can you read?
I know
He's
Mama
full- he's-
Kuda's watching.
He's full on moth. He had a moth earlier.
I saw on Saturday night him eating a vole. I turned on the
Yeah, it was
show.
horrible.
I thought I was watching the news from Ukraine. I just saw blood and all over the floor, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is terrible!" And I see Ned walking, and he's ripping apart a vole. He's chewing up a liver of a vole. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, he had a delicious meal.
No, it sounds wonderful.
Let's
Johnny,
see.
read the master list, and then I'll read the executive producers list.
All right, so in the chat tonight, we have Bozique, Can't Drive 55, Chris Live Soa, Gretch Zeppelin, Hellstorm, James G, Janice Lala. Oh, wait, somebody just left. Joe Hervey 84.
Mom. Oh.
Keenan,
I've had
wait a
enough
minute.
of this bullshit.
Wait a minute. We wait a minute, man.
What? He turned around. He's listening to the show in the car. You just see on the highway. I forgot the show. Meanwhile, there's like in the news in Arizona, and 17-car pileup in Arizona. Someone just cut across all 5 lanes and jumped the rail to the other side in a truck.
It's true. I got a couple of phone calls. Hey, man, they're waiting for you. Get over there.
Dane's on his way home. Yes, honey, I'll be right home. All right, look, just a romantic dinner, just us tonight, right? None of this talking guitars and 80s metal live silliness, right? Yeah, no, I'm on my way home. Suddenly, like, the phone starts getting bombed, like 100 calls. Yeah, this is false flag. You got to get on the air. You got to get on the air.
It was the one night my my girlfriend rather.
Oh,
Yes.
She was really feeling like super horny, and she's like, "Hurry and get home."
I hope your wife doesn't find out about your girlfriend.
Your girlfriend,
is what
yeah.
I'm hoping. Yeah.
By the way, I may have to cut out quickly. I'm on hold with GoDaddy dealing with a website issue, and these pricks.
Go, Daddy.
Oh, what a pain in the ass.
Daddy.
Just remember, my call is important to them.
Go, Daddy.
Oh,
Go,
gross.
Daddy.
So I may have to mute out and deal with some shit. But sorry, I don't want to just be rude.
That's cool. Yeah.
Anyway, finish your story
I know
about
what
your
that's
wife,
like.
Dane. I had no idea
Yes,
you'd been married.
please.
Well,
Very
how
proud
much
of you.
does it cost to get a really good website on GoDaddy or something like that?
$50 an hour. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant a girl.
It's a couple $100 a year, and hang on.
Checking the status of your migration is easy. Go to
Migration,
GoDaddy.com.
No, it's not.
Migration.
You're migrating?
That was
That
Yes.
sounds
GoDaddy.com
expensive.
/email status. We appreciate your business and can't wait to exceed your expectations.
Really?
Please remain on the line, and we will be with you shortly.
No, you won't.
Well, welcome to livebrothel.online.com.
Pain
We
in the
hope
ass.
to exceed your expectations.
They want to exceed my expectations. It's a couple of $100 a year, and this is the last year I'll be dealing with fucking GoDaddy. I've got a couple of friends who are in IT that are like, dude, we'll host your website shit, man. It's cool. So,
that's really what you want. A couple
Nice.
of stoners.
Are you kidding me?
man? We'll host
You're
your
the best
website.
kind.
I would rather
Sure,
have
we'll
I would rather
host-
have my stoner friends do it than Bob Parsons. Fuck that guy. He's the guy that runs GoDaddy.
Remember how those commercials used to be so good with all those sexy women? We'll
Yeah,
come
they even
back
changed
any
their-
minute now. Go into our website to see the rest. Go, Daddy.
Can you hang on? Can you hang on for a second? At $9.99 a minute? Yes, I can hang on for 12 and a half minutes. Sure, why not?
Who is the race car driver girl that they have? that was
Danica
really hot?
Patrick. Danica,
yeah,
I'm
Danica.
so damn hot, Patrick.
Did you know most migration questions can be answered online?
Yes, I know. Except this one. I did go online and I tried to do migration, and this is what it said. Our self-serve migration isn't available for your email, but we can still help. Yeah.
Did you know?
Is Danica still racing?
No.
My heart's
not?
still racing when I think about her.
She's useless.
And speaking of useless women, happy Women's Day, Danica Patrick.
Happy
Might as well.
International Women's Day to Milena Weintraub, the greatest international woman ever.
Oh my God, yes. She
Yeah,
could
she's the
stop
greatest.
the war cold if she wanted to.
She's the greatest.
Oh my God, they sure. I mean, she sure is.
Anyway.
Oh yeah. So executive producers, the top tier of channel members, the big bosses.
Oh,
That's
man,
that's
there
the
they
cue,
are.
Johnny. There it is.
Here they are.
Right now, they're getting very angry. Where's Dane Zimmerman? Let's say hi to our executive producers, Dave Ennis, Final Freak 5150, Mike Neese, Music Therapy Labs, Majestic PB and J Cat, Wayno, False Flag, Sherman Callahan, Andy Carson, Michael B, our Habs, Warlag, the Chad, Lawrence Christensen, Linny Lou and Mary. Linny Lou, I hope you are healing well. I hope you are getting better. We miss you and we are concerned about you. James Gum, John Moronic, Paul Martin Woods, Stephen Franklin, Michael the Captain Smith, Thomas Santiago, Joe Christian, Jimmy Ray Hawkins, David Allen Wright, and Steve Carmichael.
Steve Carmichael.
Carmichael?
Welcome back,
Carmichael.
man.
Steve Carmichael.
And let me
Dane's enthusiastic recitation of Steve Carmichael is great.
Yeah, I'm ruining the whole thing.
Right.
like
Steve
a
Carmichael.
soggy condom of happiness. Yeah, Steve.
No, he's
Car-
doing it's great. I still want to finish hearing the story about how he was supposed to have sex with his wife.
Steve.
Oh,
Carmichael.
well,
Well, before he has sex with his wife,
Stop. Let him tell his fucking story.
I don't have a story. I don't have a
No,
story.
well, there's definitely
I
a
left
story.
work at about 5:45 today, went home, ate dinner real quick, and then came back. And on my way back, my phone started ringing. Hey, man, they're all, asking people to call you and hurry up and get back there. So that's my story.
How many people called you?
2 people.
I know Paulie Walnuts called you because he
Yeah.
called
And,
us.
the other one was your wife. Where are you?
Johnny, it's false flag. Dane, that cocksucker won't possibly go to the show. Got to get him on the air.
Oh, no.
Johnny, I sent you a check made out to Dane Zimmerman. I assume he got it.
Johnny needs one of those little buttons that he can, kill the audio portion real quickly. Oh, you
Yeah,
got
it's
one, right?
called mute.
You got to
Dane,
be
say
quick
something.
on that thing, Johnny.
You have
What?
to do. See, all you have to do is click that.
What'd you say?
And
Wow.
scene.
Yes.
There we go.
Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good night.
Yep.
Tune
And
in
let me
next week.
let me give a very special birthday shout out today to my girl Samantha Durrance in Hawaii. If you're watching, happy birthday today. I hope you're having a banner time and stopped all the fun and festivities to watch us here. So
9
There's a
minutes,
big-
by the way, I've been holding 9 minutes.
there's a big party going on, and she left just to watch this.
Did you know most migration questions can be answered online? Checking the status of your migration is easy. Go to godaddy.com/email status.
Liberty Bibbity.
godaddy.com/email status.
Go, Daddy! Go, Daddy! Go,
GoDaddy even
Daddy!
changed their logo. They had some little cute little duck looking thing as their logo, and it's completely different and completely boring now.
Yeah, StreamYard bought that duck.
Yeah.
Oh my
Uh-oh.
God, look at her.
Yeah. There's
Yes,
like a duck.
please.
There's like a duck thing now as well.
Now the GoDaddy logo is some guy on her boob.
Oh, yeah,
Where-
it's a
who is
guy.
that- Who is that guy? That's a guy, right?
Yeah, they don't use that anymore.
Yeah. These are old, I think. Huh?
There's
Yes,
a
we're live.
GoDaddy corporate office like a mile from my house.
Let's go.
You should drive over there and see if they'll
Let's
get on the
go.
phone for Paul.
Yeah, I might just drive over. I'll be like, guys, seriously.
I'm on hold right now. Are any of you picking up the phone?
Yes, we're live right now.
Executive producer checks in and says, what's going to happen first? I'm going to get tech support answer from GoDaddy, or Johnny will address me. I don't even know what that means.
Address, not undress.
Oh,
Undress you, yes.
why, Johnny? Did you want to undress me?
No.
You made it weird.
Go,
You made-
Paulie! Go,
You really made it weird.
Paulie! Go, Paulie.com.
So
I'm with
Danica
Christopher
has
Lavasawa.
officially retired from the old NASCAR circuit then, huh?
Yeah, I mean, she didn't.
I have
It's
no
not like
idea.
she,
I don't
it's not like anybody noticed. She never won anything.
I was about to say, did she ever win NASCAR? I mean, I
But
know
she
she looked
would-
amazing, but
She would
I don't think
finish.
she looked amazing. She looks kind of a weaker Dana Lesh, if you know who Dana Lesh is.
I do not.
I see
Dana
a little
Lesh is
Demi
a-
Moore in there.
A little bit. Dana Lesh is this incredibly conservative talk radio host. It's DANALOESCH, and she's super hot, but always looks pissed.
Which is
She has
even
that
hotter.
strong, serious woman face
Yeah,
on.
Dana Lesh is super hot. But is it LOESH or LOESCH? I don't remember.
John Beal.
Put the John Biel signal out into the sky.
Did you know most migration questions can be answered online?
Nope.
Checking the status of your migration is easy. Go to
Yeah, Dana Lesh is a hot chick with a gun. I think that was like the name of one of her podcasts.
GoDaddy.com/email status. We
Go,
appreciate
Daddy.
can't wait to exceed your expectations.
That's the new
And we will be with you
Those are the new GoDaddy girls.
Yeah. Boysen.
Yeah, Boysen.
Poison.
Gross.
Shout out to my girl Erica today.
I like the mumbled gross. Gross. I'm oddly attracted to it, and I hate myself for it. I felt the same way when I saw the Poison album. I'm like, ooh, that girl's hot. Oh, wait a minute. You flipped, like you saw the front of it, and you're like, oh, hell yes. And you flipped it over, like, oh, I know the secret of the crying game.
I know the ending.
Dude looks like a lady.
She's got it. She's got it.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
Leo Sopko says, grab some popcorn. Leo Sopko, that is a great excuse to talk about delicious Colonel's gourmet popcorn and more.
answered online. Checking
Colonel's gourmet popcorn and more. What more would you like than a delicious, salty, or sweet snack while waiting on hold for GoDaddy?
email status. We appreciate your business.
Colonel's gourmet popcorn and more. Delicious candy, nuts, chocolates, the greatest popcorn ever while waiting online for GoDaddy.com. Go to Colonel's Gourmet Popcorn and more. Mention Johnny Beane or Jay Hannon, and you will get more product when you order. More delicious popcorn, more delicious chocolate-covered caramel, you name it. Every treat they have. I am a big fan of the movie Popcorn. Mama Kuda loves the cheese popcorn. Everyone loves the chocolate cashews. There's nothing wrong. Dane, what's your favorite out of Colonel's Gourmet Popcorn?
The Danica bikini shot. Oh, no. Oh, we're talking popcorn.
Yes, other things to eat that are delicious. Danica's
I still
delicious.
have a few
Gourmet.
of the, I'm down to just a half a dozen there. So,
How old is that?
oh, shit. I don't know. Probably 2 months now.
That used to be chocolate colored. Now it's gray.
Yeah. They're
Dane,
starting to
Dane
get
leaves
kinda
it in the
green.
sun every week.
Yeah. They're still really good, though.
You know, most migration questions can be answered online.
Delicious.
But all
Nope.
the rest of it is gone.
Well, hold on, Paul. Did you know that most migration questions can be answered online?
By the way, everyone watching the show tonight is going to hear this in their goddamn sleep tonight.
We appreciate your business and can't wait to exceed your expectations.
It's like the
bet
chick
you
in
can.
Office Space. Just a moment. Just a
Danica
moment.
Patrick in a bikini, Johnny. Danica Patrick in a bikini. Let's
Oh my
see
gosh.
it.
I think somebody just sent me that.
Oh, hey now.
Please share with the crowd. I am so waiting for them to exceed my expectations on GoDaddy.
Are you?
Yeah, I really am. And thinking of Danica Patrick, I'm gonna have a dream at night where Danica Patrick is walking over to me in a red bikini, a la Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Dun, 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 dives in the pool. Dun, 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 dun. Danica.
How much do you guys really love the first like 3 albums by the Cars? I mean,
First,
how awesome was
first two
that
albums
stuff?
for sure.
The first two. What was the third one? Candio?
No, the second
like-
one was Candio. The third one was Panorama.
Ah.
I like the first two a lot.
Yeah, the first two are great.
After that, honestly, I don't remember.
Yeah, faded away. They faded out.
Go to godaddy.com/email status.
Go Dane, go Dane.
Can't wait to exceed your expectations. Please
See, now
remain on the
I'm
line.
just imagining Danica Patrick in that red bikini that Phoebe Cates wore in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Sort of the same way Peter Griffin, reimagined it.
Who took over for her? Is there the next upcoming NASCAR female driver that's smoking hot out in the world since she's retired? Is there the
Are
new
there-
one, the replacement?
Are there even a lot of female
The
NASCAR
stand-in?
drivers?
I don't know.
Johnny? Talking NASCAR drivers in 80s metal? No?
If there was, we'd have
no
heard
idea.
about it.
The chat knows. Yeah, always ask the chat. They know.
Nope.
They
Okay,
say no.
Simple as that.
that was it.
Yeah. Nope.
Mama Kuda driving the Wonderbug car. That's the next sexy woman in the there it is. That's Danica's replacement right there. Ah, you better move. I'm driving schlepp car and it's turning into Wonderbug.
Migration questions can be answered
Setting
online.
on the shifter handle.
Status of your migration is easy. Go to godaddy.com.
Oh, GoDaddy.com.
Yeah.
Oh.
How soon until they legally change the name of the company because GoDaddy is slightly
Please
offensive?
remain on the line, and we will be with you shortly.
They're changing it to Who's Your GoDaddy.
Yeah.
Warleg, Paulie, this question's directed from you in the chat. Warleg wants to know, he says, this is going to sound weird at first, which is always a great foreshadow. Do you have small hands? I asked because I think you said you did once. If so, do you prefer Axis or Wolfgang USA?
I don't really have small hands.
I see these big meat eater
I don't-
mitts you have.
I don't have small hands. I have chick fingers.
Like, Paul, you wearing a softball glove right now? Look at the size
have-
of that thing.
I have chick fingers, and my pinky, as you can see, has been dislocated from the side of my hand from being punched. That's why
And,
my
and
pinky.
you're wearing a wedding ring.
Well, I'm wearing
Which
a
makes
clatter
for-
ring.
Which
Hi.
makes for a really great shocker with that twisted finger.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure.
that finger. That finger. It's what I call my Brian Baldinger finger. If you know who that is, it's a football player that had his hand broken and his finger is still like on a weird angle. But yeah, that's why I'm not really a great guitar player because I can't really use my pinky like Joe Perry. I made the
But
mistake
boy,
of
does he
hitting-
do the shocker.
I hit something when I was a kid and fucked my hand up, so that's why my pinky is sort of odd away from the rest of my hand.
The man's
Well, that
jaw
does-
is never the
that does-
same either.
That does look awful, doesn't it? Jesus Christ, that's retarded looking.
Do the
Um,
shocker, Paulie. Let's see the shocker on your end.
Oh yeah, my shocker. I mean,
Wow.
Here's the
Wow.
thing. I can get, and remember, don't forget the button. Yeah, I can actually scratch the
That's not the button, Johnny. It's the other button.
I can actually scratch the tramp stamp with my pinky. That's how far down it goes. But yeah, to answer your question, I prefer the Ernie Balls over the PVs and the EVHs. They're my favorite of all of them.
Nice. So if you have giant hands like Paulie's, is that your date for tonight, Dane? Who is that? That is Danica.
That's
Patrick?
Danica.
Oh my good gosh, and gravy. I think I'm about to spill my gravy all over the screen.
Out in the sun, nice warm Florida weather. Nice
Oh my
warm
gosh.
Atlantic Ocean. No, she's in the Pacific, huh?
I think I just Pacific'd my pants.
We
my
appreciate your
God.
business and can't wait to
102 watching.
And they appreciate your visit.
We will be with you shortly.
Smash that thumbs up.
Yeah, take a minute. Smash that thumbs up, especially if you like Danica Patrick. Oh my gosh. Dane, is that the scratch and sniff photo I sent you?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's holding a harpoon gun.
As she should. If I came around that house, boy, she'd tell her security team, yeah, watch for the guy in the pink hat. Do not let him on the grounds. Zounds.
Speaking
Anyway,
of
so-
speaking of small hands,
What the hell is that?
I guess there's some guy that has like one hand that's like swollen.
I
That's
thought
gross. That's two
I
different
would
people.
say so.
No, supposedly that's the same guy.
that's the same guy.
Yes,
That can't be.
it's horrible.
Well, that's a woman's hand to the left.
Did you know most migration questions?
So I hope the surgery went well because holy hell.
Migration is easy. Go to godaddy.com/email status.
Go, Daddy! Go, Daddy!
Oh my gosh.
That Seinfeld Man Hands episode, the Bizarro episode.
Yeah.
You can't do anything about man hands, man. Man hands can't be hidden.
Wow.
You either have, if you have them, you have them.
This is what happens when you masturbate using only one hand. This is the problem. One gets beefy, bulked up, all muscly and hairy, and the other just remains normal. Wow.
Danica's having a little trouble getting her suit on here. Her race
Listen,
car
if-
suit. She's on the beach in a race cart with her race car suit.
I think
As-
Dane
as
is a new
every-
hobby.
as every woman stalking Danica, you know there's a restraining order being typed right now. Dear Mr. Zimmer.
Oh, there's a little button on here that says "See more."
Well, Paulie said
Oh,
use the
yeah.
thumb on the little button.
Oh,
You gotta be careful on the internet.
Did you know most migration questions can be answered online?
Those are horrible.
Migration is easy. Go to godaddy.com/email status. That was
Go, Daddy! Go, Daddy!
Daddy.
Your business and can't wait to
Look at that
explore
smile.
your Please remain on the line, and we will be with you
Zounds. I don't even know if she ever drove. I mean, did she ever
Drove a
even
car?
try?
She drove a lot of men wild.
I know. Tell me about it. Oh, here I go. I'm pulling out now. Clear the driveway. I'm going. Here I go. That's Danacuda. It's my mom and the woodpecker just driving along in Wonderbud.
But I mean, how much income did she earn? Even if she is retired now, she's got a couple $1 million in the bank, right?
I don't know. I'll find out when I marry her. Bozique has a question. Now, Mancuda, I have a question. Good start. Do you think Danica is thought of as extra hot because she did a job non-traditional to women? Does an out-of-the-ordinary job make a cute girl hotter? I think so. I think so, too. Absolutely. Because there's nothing hotter than when I see a construction worker and he's in a miniskirt. I mean, she's in a miniskirt.
email status. That was godaddy.com.
She definitely got her noticed.
I think that does make a girl hotter, don't you?
Please remain on the line, and we will be with you shortly.
Yeah,
What do you
like
What do you guys
think?
think?
Like
What?
a hot police cop. It's
no,
all the
I don't
typical
really
Halloween
care what they do.
costumes, right? All the Halloween costumes.
No, I think that's true. Like on Halloween, like everyone's a slutty
Yeah.
something. If you're a tube of toothpaste, you're a slutty tube of toothpaste. You know, if you're a bagel, you're a hot, sleazy bagel. Fill you full of cream cheese. I think that's actually true. There is something about like doing a non-traditional job that just, I don't know. I'm crushing on my hot female garbage lady when she comes and takes the pail, hangs onto that truck, drives by. Something about her. It says Danica Patrick has a net worth of $80 million.
Did you know most migration questions can be answered online? Checking the status
Go,
of your
Daddy! Go,
migration.
Daddy!
/email status. That was godaddy.com/email status.
Unbelievable.
We appreciate your business and can't wait to exceed your expectations.
Well,
Please
Paul, have they
remain
exceeded your expectations yet?
Well, if my expectation was to wait online for 26 minutes on hold, yes.
There she is,
Ooh, that's the girl talking to Paulie right now.
operator.
Can't Drive 55 says, yes, a slutty lunch lady. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something.
He said
In
sweaty.
in elementary
Yeah, sweaty.
school on Friday, which was pizza day, that little chapstick in my pocket sticking up was not because of the Elio's pizza. That was the hot lunch lady. Do you want peas with this? Do you want mashed potatoes? As she hands me the tray.
So you had a Russian lunch lady.
Speak up, boy. Do you want the sloppy Joe? Do you want the sloppy John? Dun, 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 dun.
Checking the status of your migration is easy. godaddy.com/email status. That was
Paul, you know how you can really mess up right now is sometimes when you're on hold for a long time, you're like, God damn it, and you hang up and then you call right back. But that puts you even 20 minutes further back.
Yeah, then you're in the back of the queue, Paulie.
It's
Paul, have they
unbelievable.
exceeded your expectations yet?
They're exceeding my expectations.
Because they certainly cannot wait to do such a thing.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, I love it. Welcome to GoDaddy.com. We went out of business 4 years ago. You're still the next in line.
It's insane.
GoDaddy. GoDaddy. Who is that? Is that the GoDaddy operator?
It's random stock operator.
B-roll operator.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello, welcome to marriageline.com. What's your marital issue? Yes, that's actually me.
Or it's a
You know,
sex talk hotline.
You know, it's really funny. A friend of mine used to do that. I had this friend, and she looked kind of like my dad in drag. I mean, this is a friend. They're not going to give name, obviously, but she was a very large girl, a very, very plus size girl, and she had just, you know, frizzy pubes that half gray, and she had a little bit of stubble on her face because she had the genetic thing going on. And I mean, just not a, wait, was that her? Show that photo again. That's her. There she is. And there she is, and she was a phone sex worker, literally. Yeah, 99 cents every minute after the first $3.99. Yeah, no, that's actually me in the ad. Yeah. Oh, the mustache. Oh, yeah, that's really mine. Now that David Crosby left Spotify, that's what he's actually doing. Yeah, man. Yeah, this is Cheryl. What are you wearing? I'm wearing just a thong and a bra. I'm a 38D, a double D, I mean, and boy, am I wet. I'm so horny right now for you.
Diapers. He's got diapers on.
And we will be with you shortly.
I'd love you to touch me in my special place, my vagina, of course. That's yes. I've got long blonde hair down to my vagina
And my lips.
I'm a size 0, and boy, is my clit throbbing like a dinner bell.
Oh, gross.
Boy. And the sad part is that is Crosby's actual bra size.
That's not a bad picture.
I'm so horny
That's
for
not a
you.
bad picture. That's his man.
That's-
I'm looking really cool in this shot.
That's from the Talking Guitars and 80s Metal Live calendar. That's Miss July right there. That's it. We should do that, Johnny. We should put together a calendar.
Questions can be
That's
answered
That's
online.
Miss Gogtober.
Status of your migration is easy. Go to GoDaddy.com/email status.
Cocktober.
GoDaddy.com.
You could get Neanderthal dressed up as Santa for December.
Can't wait to exceed your expectations.
Yes, March, April, and May.
Quickly.
May, June, July. That's Miss May.
Meh.
Meh. Yes, I'm so horny. I need your credit card number, of course. Yeah.
Is he still in Laurel Canyon? Is that where that guy lives?
What?
Still there?
This is why Paul doesn't give you his address. Neither does Danica Patrick. Dane's looking up. Is he still in the second window on the right on the second story? The red house with the long windy driveway and the big metal fence that you could climb over on the left side.
Is he still in the bathroom?
there? Is that where he still lives? With the two Mercedes on the driveway, the blue one and the red one. Is that the house?
Did you know most migration questions can be answered online? Checking the status
Did you know
Maybe we should
most
try that.
migration questions can be answered online?
That was GoDaddy.com.
Mad Daddy, Mad Daddy,
Can't wait to exceed your
Mad
expectations.
Daddy.
Please remain on the line, and we will be with you shortly.
I can't wait to exceed your expectations. What am I wearing? Nothing but a smile that comes
Paul's
out.
going to be so excited when the operator actually does the answer. He's going to be like, I forgot why I called.
Yeah.
One time
Really
back
no
in the day,
reason.
me and my buddy, we were out partying back in the 80s, and a friend of mine had a big monster truck. And I think we might have been doing freaking acid that night, right?
Right now, the
We
owner of
pulled
Gravedigger is like,
into
oh, yeah.
a McDonald's at like 4:30 in the morning, and we were just sitting there, and he had a big monster truck, so we're under the truck, looking at it, and we're up in the bed, and we're just getting all drunk, and we're hanging out at McDonald's. And at like 5 a.m. or it might have been 6 a.m. when McDonald's finally opened, and the lady finally
Did you
said
know
over the
most
intercom,
migration
"Welcome to
questions can be
McDonald's,
answered
man. Take your
online?
order." We
Checking the
laughed
status
so
of your migration
hard.
is
We couldn't
Go to
stop. We couldn't talk to her, and he
GoDaddy.com/email
just put it in
status.
gear, and we drove away.
GoDaddy.com/email status.
Go,
story.
Danny.
Go,
Go, Danny.
Your
Drunken
expectations.
night.
Please remain
Go-
on the line.
go Dane.com.
and we will be with you shortly.
GoDane.com.
Drinking acid. Snorting
Very
cocaine.
nice. Very nice. So let's talk
Smoking
about
whiskey and drinking cocaine.
David Lee Roth. Is that what you were gonna bring up, Johnny, or were you bringing up something else?
McDonald's people. Oh yeah,
I'm looking at
let's do
McDonald's.
that.
This is horrible.
I'm boycotting McDonald's.
Drunk and people on acid at McDonald's drive-through at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh my gosh. What's
Let's see.
There they go,
The-
getting their McChicken on.
Wow. Jesus. There's your McMuffin.
gross? What? The David Lee Roth?
Oh, hey, in the big news, speaking of McDonald's, McDonald's closed all their stores in Russia today.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and I'm
They
like,
did
oh,
do that
great.
today? Okay.
It was probably like 10 locations, but apparently there was a lot of them.
You know, most migration questions can be answered online. Checking the status of your migration is easy. Go to GoDaddy.com/email status. That was GoDaddy.com/email status. We appreciate your business and can't wait to exceed your expectations. Please remain on the line, and we will be with you shortly.
By the way, if you're listening to the show, that is going to echo in your head all fucking night.
Yep.
Yeah.
it's
So
been,
you were saying about the McDonald's. Those are the David Crosby branches in Russia that the bastard owned. McDonald's. Da spelled da da
scary.
Donald's. McDonald's. Yeah, I had to close those in Russia. It's about time. Fucking hell. So, David Lee Roth, is that what you were going to bring up, Johnny?
David Lee Roth. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Diamond
David Lee Roth,
David Lee Roth.
for those that don't remember, and we talked about this on the show, David Lee Roth opened up a business that helps your tattoos stay bright and clean. Dane, do you remember this? Because I know you were on that
remember
episode.
that.
Migration questions
Yeah.
can be answered online. Checking the status of your migration is easy. Go to godaddy.com/email status. That was godaddy.com/email status. We
There it is.
appreciate your business and can't wait to exceed your expectations. Please remain on the line, and we will be with you shortly.
Okay, so there is Diamond Dave, the great David Lee Roth. And Dave came up with going into business. Let's see, what was it called? Ink the Original?
Mm-hmm.
Ink the Original. And what it was a tattoo maintenance cream that basically kept your tattoo ink bright and feeling like it was fresh. It was fading. Supposedly it restored some of its original luster. And I think Dane used it. And Dane, is your tattoo still on you?
Well, it turned all red and the
Blotchy
skin
and
started
blistery.
peeling. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
After this lawsuit, David
Got
Lee
real
Roth
It
itchy.
fell off.
Ugh, so itchy.
Dane lost use of his left arm.
That's
Yeah.
horrible.
So basically, at some point, that business just couldn't hack it, and Dave closed the door to that business.
Most migration questions can be answered online. Checking the status of your migration is easy.
We're calling
Plus,
right
Dave's
now.
tattoos.
We're calling
Dave
right
has
now
the
the.
worst tattoos.
We're calling right now Dave's Ink the Original hotline.
To exceed your expectations.
Oh, they're going to exceed our expectations.
And we will be with you shortly.
Go, Dave. Go, Dave.
It's
Go,
so painful.
Dave.
Oh, this shit hurts. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, this shit hurts. Oh God.
What is that?
Oh,
Is that an
it's
upside down
killing
guitar?
me now. It's my
What is that
hurts
tattoo,
so
Dave?
bad. It's bleeding inside. It's a Les Paul that's got a little skull character right here in the center.
I can't see it because clearly it faded since you used that David Lee Roth cream.
It's kind of crooked on my arm, but it's a Les Paul going down in flames. And everybody was like, dude, your guitar's pointing down. That's bad luck. And I'm like, oh, great. So
But you got it on sale. The tattoo was on sale. They had a special. Dane walked into a tattoo shop because he saw an ad, $5 tattoo, and you get to choose that or a hippo in a dress.
Checking the status of your
well,
migration.
it's better than Roth's tattoo of the outline of a gun on his right butt cheek. That is the worst tattoo I think I've ever seen in my life.
Can't wait to exceed your
I don't know, I've
expectations.
seen a couple of
Please
doozies.
remain on the line, and we will be with you shortly.
Yeah, Jay Hannon brings up a really good point. Dave has never been as business savvy as Sammy. Now, this is interesting. You know, for the Dave Sammy Van Halen crowd, there was always saying who's better. Certainly when it comes to business, Sammy is the better Van Halen frontman because he's got the Cabo Wabo Cantina and the tequila brand.
Well, we don't know that, though. We have no idea where Dave has put his money. Like, you know, rich people normally don't tell people where they put their money. They don't need to impress you with how much money they make. We have no idea. I suspect, given Dave's pedigree, that he has some fairly substantial investments. He comes from money. I'm guessing he was taught how to handle money. My guess is Dave is not broke.
I don't
But
think he's
that said,
broke,
Sammy
but-
is by far the more public businessman. He's definitely probably put his money in more public endeavors than Dave. That goes without the.
Our representatives are helping customers just like you make a statement on the web.
Oh, just like you.
Important to us. Please stay on the line.
It's not that important.
We'll be with you soon.
No,
Your
it's not.
estimated wait time is 2 minutes or less. If you prefer,
It's the
That's
final
new.
countdown. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
That's 2 minutes or less.
Ba-da-ba. The final countdown. I want to see if
Now we have
in
music.
2 minutes someone actually comes to the phone.
Now we've got a kick-ass song.
I would just hang up.
Oh, here we
Oh
go.
my God, it's ringing.
Sales and support. This is Liz. Who am I speaking
Hello, it's false flag.
Her name was Liz.
Please tell me Paulie just got disconnected.
He's on mute.
Okay. I just saw him look at the phone like, what the fudge? Hello, Paulie, it's false flag. Yes, I'm working at
having fun.
GoDaddy.com now. Oh, Christ. Yeah, so I don't know what the deal is with Dave with business, but he definitely is that. That's Dave and Lee Roth's partner when he announced he's closing the business. Wait, you're what? Dave, don't pull your money out. We're losing money? What? Dave, but I don't understand. We've lost all the money of the ink business, and we're getting sued by this Dune Zoomerman guy.
Oh God, it hurts.
It hurts so much.
It hurts so much.
The blistering, that stupid tattoo cream. What the hell was I thinking? Oh, my investment. Oh, no. It's gone like my image. It's gone.
My image, yeah.
Oh, my God.
My image.
Right now, GoDaddy is, hello, this is Tina over at GoDaddy.com.
Yeah, mail
No, her
Yes.
name was Liz.
Oh,
She
thank
said,
you,
"Hi,
Sherman.
this is Liz."
this
Sherman
is Liz.
Callahan.
Oh, MailChimp. They shipped
$5.
This is, by the way, Jay, this is how your guitar is coming from Dane. You got a discount. What it is, MailChimp, they send an actual monkey to the business to pick up your package.
Ding dong.
Jojo the chimp from the band Popcorn is coming over in his new business venture. MailChimp.
Jay doesn't know what
he's
he's
coming to grab your package. He'll bounce it around a couple of times, which will actually get there safer than if you sent it to the U.S. Post Office.
Yeah,
With all
Jay
the
doesn't
times
know
they
what he's
bounce the
gonna
guitar
get.
around.
He doesn't know what he's gonna get because he's like, "Hey man, can I have the tracking number?" And we accidentally sent
Box
him
of
the wrong
pieces.
tracking number, and so he's
Oh.
like, "Oh man, this ain't the tracking number."
Never a
He
chimp.
doesn't know what he's getting.
Never a chimp.
Yeah,
You
But
did
it should be
return.
there tomorrow.
Place your-
at 7:00.
So it'll be at Jay's house tomorrow at 7?
Tomorrow at 7. Yeah.
So Jay, look out your window for a chimpanzee carrying a guitar box.
Yeah.
We'll see how MailChimp works. And then, of course, Jay will just be like, oh, hold on a second. Don't leave. Okay, take it back. Take it back. Just go back the same way you can.
Yeah, I should have mailed him a Glary just for that and wrote Ibanez on it.
It doesn't matter. It's coming back to you no matter what you sent him. No matter what. You could have sent the original Frankenstrat.
I
It's
think he's
coming
gonna
back.
like it. It's a beautiful guitar. It
No,
really
that was. We
honestly
saw it
is.
on the air last week. That beautiful blue Ibanez.
Yeah,
I think Jay's going to want to keep this one.
it's very minty. He's gonna have to tune it, but other than that, it's really great condition.
You can tune a fish, but you can't tune a guitar. No, you could tune a guitar, but you can't tune a fish.
What's the latest on Roth as far as getting those Vegas shows back together and his health status and all that? Any news on any of that?
I don't know. What do you think, Johnny? Looks pretty healthy there.
That photo's 10 years old.
Johnny?
Oh, I was muted. I was muted the whole time. Dang it. No, yeah, I don't think the shows are happening.
4, 3, 2, 1, call Dave.
Yeah, Keith Campbell says it. Yeah.
No shows.
No.
Well, I wonder if Neanderthal going to be completely happy with his conversation with GoDaddy.
Well, he's got a smile on his face, so.
This may shock you guys, but there's a problem with my setup.
You're back on hold?
Oh, yeah. And I have even better music now.
Hey, Dixieland. All right.
Oh,
Fat Tuesday over there at GoDaddy.com. Sean
He
Johnson is leading the band down old New Orleans. Christopher Live
he's like, what the hell are you saying?
David Lee Roth is opening for Sting this summer. By the way, can I just mention that I saw Sting online this week playing a really beautiful rendition of his song Russians. And he prefaced it with, I never thought I'd perform this song again. I never thought it would be relevant again, but here we are. Very pretty song. Did you guys see that?
Can you sing a little bit of it for us?
The acoustic version of Russians.
Can you sing a little bit of it so we kind of know how it goes? Because I've never heard it.
Let's see. Mr. Khrushchev says we will bury you. I don't support his point of view. Be such an ignorant thing to do if the Russians love their children too. Something like that.
Wow.
There you go. Obviously, Sting does it better than I do, but
is there a verse about the Ukraine in that song?
No, but it's it's just basically a Cold War song, anti-nuclear war, So we'll see. There's Paulie back on GoDaddy.
Yeah, he's going, hey.
Go, Paulie.
If you wouldn't invested so much money in that $80 million race car driver, you'd have the technology to be able to fix these problems.
You'd have more of a staff that actually knew the stuff. Hardwood Steaks wants to know, what is the clue for the guitar of the day? I will tell you, I'll just say it's a prototype of something. It is a prototype of something. That's all I'm going to say.
That's cool.
That's very cool. It's very cool. It's very cool. Welcome back, Janice Lala. You didn't miss a single thing. We have talked about nothing interesting, nothing of value, nothing worth nothing. So
yeah, you didn't miss anything, Janice.
You didn't miss much. So let's see. Johnny, you went to I saw you did a video the other day of some Van Halen pops. You found it, what is it? Walmart, Kmart, Target.
There was a couple things actually, and one of them you might be interested in. Well, yeah, there was that. Laz and I, we found some of those. But I just stumbled into a Star Wars convention the other day.
So wait a second. You were walking into what you thought was a gym sauna. You dropped down your towel, and there was like all these Star Wars nerds.
Paul's yelling.
Hey. Yeah.
His fuse is lit.
No, you asshole! I told you. No.
Oh no!
Listen to me, you stupid bitch. I've been on hold for almost a fucking hour. Look at the goddamn time.
I'm going back to AOL.
Hour. You sons of bitches. And you're telling me you expect me to you want to put me on hold again? You fuck. Where's your fucking supervisor?
So they can't get me into my domain because my domain is in another account number. I only have one account, but she can't get me into it. I'm like, but I've given you the account number and I've given you, and she's like, sir, I'm going to have to put you on hold. I said, I'm the only person who owns the fucking domain.
Rooney, I want to talk to you. I'm so mad. Ah!
They're getting me a supervisor now.
But so you own the domain, but does somebody else run your site for you?
No.
You run the entire thing?
I had a kid build the site.
Well, there you go.
Supervisor Crosby. Hello?
He had it's his email address is that you need.
Tell him it's Gene Simmons, Paulie.
Yeah. Hi, this is Gene Simmons.
Listen to me.
It's just unfucking believable.
Tell him it's Schwarzenegger. Why can't you get this right? I told you it's the only domain name. I'm the only person that has it. Turboman.com.
Yeah. No, I've used GoDaddy as well, and it can be very confusing. Building websites with them and
Go Johnny.
But yeah, that's your problem, Paul. Is somebody else built it so you need another email address to get in there, or you need right, Dane?
Shit, I don't know.
What are they playing, Paulie? Is that the Jetsons theme?
He doesn't have his headphones on.
Meet George Jetson.
See, that's why nobody needs a website
Judy.
anymore. You just have an Instagram, you have a Facebook. That's it.
Yeah! Welcome to Old Mo's Old Town Cars. Listen to that music.
This is incredible.
It's like a fucking jug band. Right now, the supervisor GoDaddy is picking out your hold music. Let's put Emmett Otter's jug band on. Let's see
put
how
the
long
worst
he
song-
lasts.
the most annoying
one of them
songs
little
on.
boing, boing, little things that you stick in your mouth and they go boing, boing, boing.
Down, bound, 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 bound. Hey, those talkies, they're gonna do away with those things. They'll never last. Who put those talkies in there? Silent Films is where the money is.
This is unbelievably frustrating. I swore at the girl.
Me.
She was jumping at me. I go, it's my fucking email.
Don't use
I'm
the F
sorry.
word with them, man. They'll hang up on you.
I asked her, I go, how much am I paying? And she's like, you just renewed on the 21st of February for $371. I go, $307, and I can't get my own email.
Chowder Limit says,
Yeah.
Johnny, I sent you a picture on WhatsApp of my fun 80s metal guitar, a rare one.
Oh. Let's see. Chowder Limits. Here you are. Oh, cool. Hey, JB. Take a look at this.
And once
Yeah,
again, happy birthday to my buddy Samantha Durrence.
Happy birthday, Samantha.
The gorgeous Samantha.
Look at
Wow.
that. Gibson. Look at
Gibson
that.
double cut with an Explorer
Genesis?
headstock? Is that a Gibson?
Yeah.
So it's a double cut with an Explorer headstock and a middle pickup? What the fuck is that? Wow.
Chowder. What is this?
That is wild.
Chowder.
And
Chowder.
single coils.
Chowder. Two single.
Yeah,
I've
HS
never seen something
configuration.
like that. I've seen Aldo Nova has a Les Paul with an Explorer headstock like that. Is that really a Gibson Chowder, or is that something like
I I think it is.
Maybe it's a prototype.
Is this the guitar you're going to show later?
Yeah, that's the one. I don't know how he got that photo, but that is a pretty wild looking guitar. I don't even know what to make of that.
An
Is
hour
that a
in.
production or is that
Talking
something
guitars.
custom shop? Chowder Limit says made in 1985. So that's the New Orleans years. Rare as hell is absolutely right. I've never seen something like that. I've seen Les Paul double cuts, of course. I've seen Les Pauls with the Explorer headstock, again, made for Aldo Nova, and I believe they made 11 others of the same guitar. Rock Daddy says that guitar is an XPL. Explain what that guitar is. Explain. Shadow Limit says they were only made 1984-85. I never saw that guitar. Paul, have you ever seen that?
No.
I never even heard of that.
Hang on.
Just so you know, we're still
I
working.
hope he's nice to her, that poor sweet lady that works at GoDaddy, having to deal with this guy. It's all mean to her and everything.
Yeah, it's not their fault.
I know. Big orange monster.
Oh,
let me tell you something. If you value your fucking job, you will get your motherfucking supervisor on this motherfucking phone.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, so those things originally came with Kahlers. So his Chowders had the Kahler taken off.
I see something.
And then you'd have to fill the cavity.
Looks like a Kahler cavity covered or filled.
Yeah, here's an original one right here.
I've never seen a Gibson like that.
Chowder, you're welcome, man.
Wow, look at that. Look at those interesting looking single coils.
Yeah.
Chowder, I've never seen a guitar like that. Wow. That's very, very cool.
Oh, is that a picture from Trogley's? Trogley had
I
one.
don't know.
There you go. That's pretty cool.
John, have you bought a guitar from Trogley?
Troglodyte? No, I have not actually.
Now here's our update from GoDaddy. Oh, he's putting his readers on. He's getting his contract out.
Is
His
those
legal
cheaters?
contract, yeah.
According to what I paid for. What do you mean fine print? Section 12, Article 3B. Not responsible for any money lost of yours by GoDaddy.com. What the hell is that supposed to be?
I thought a .org was free.
What the? Am I on hold again? Did you goddamn put me on hold again? Where's your goddamn supervisor?
Well, I heard it ring for a second.
Go, Daddy.
Wait a minute.
Go, Daddy. Paul's reading that contract pretty thick. It's like 30 pages there. It looks like a script.
You know, Danica probably could still be driving those cars, but she's got $80 million. Why would she want to get into this car that's going around a track at 200 some miles an hour with these crazy dudes all trying to...
Who's that? Is that the woman on is that the supervisor? I'm Mrs. Olson for
Jonathan
Folgers.
Winters.
Oh, yeah.
The great Jonathan Winters.
Jonathan Winters.
That guy was wonderful. Played Mirth on Mork and Mindy.
Right.
Mork's child. Paulie, this is Aunt Tilda. Are you still on hold?
Wasn't he in all the Cannonball Run movies, all the Burt Reynolds?
No, that was
stuff?
Dom DeLuise.
Oh, yeah.
Paulie, why don't you call anymore? Are you still on with that slutty Danica woman? I would have hoped you have been married with wonderful children by now, but you're still on hold with that ridiculous Go-Diddy. Is that
Go
P. Diddy or
Hussy.
something?
That Go Hussy.
Warlag says, my mother calls Rick and Morty Mork and Mindy. Jonathan Winters was great. And now he's playing Paulie's aunt. Paul, when are you coming over for casserole?
Did he have a sitcom before Mork and Mindy? What did he do before that? Because he was huge.
I mean, he did he was fat.
Stand
he
up?
did stand up and
He was on Dean Martin, the Dean Martin show.
laughing.
Oh, yeah.
That was a character they played, Maud Frickard.
Fricker.
Like Glenn Fricker.
I don't trust that Dane Zoomerman you hang out with. He looks shady. Paul's dropping news right now. Do you know who I know? Paul, it's your aunt. Why aren't you here keeping me company, darling? I made some nice brim.
And
You
he did
know.
Johnny Carson all the time. Always on Johnny Carson.
Fill it to the rim with brim, I say. And I have Peak Freem's cookies, Paulie. You could bring over some of that delicious Colonel's gourmet popcorn. I hear they're delicious. Why haven't you called me and brought over some bags of delicious Colonel's gourmet popcorn and more? Nothing gets me wetter. Well, maybe
Or guy
that
had to
handsome
dress like a
fellow.
woman just to get a laugh.
Leave a thumbs up in the video because we have nothing else, by the way. That's the highlight of our life. This is how we spend our life, folks. You know, people wonder, they're like, Dane owns a business and Johnny's got a channel and Mancuda does movies and Paul he's a big radio guy. You know, they must live the life, these people. No, this is what we do, guys. This is what we do. We sit on hold trying to recover $3. We sit there.
Oh, we're going to get an
making
update.
fun
He's
of elderly
muted,
women.
so. I thought we were going to get an update there for a second, but I see that he was muted.
Well, let's see. Let me see if I could try to read his lips. I will sue the fudge out of you people. I'll own you. I'll own you. That was it. I'll
Don't you
slaughter
know
your kids.
Who I think I am?
Do you know?
I do a morning show, and
I
I
know
can
where
talk
you live.
so much smack.
I know where you live. I know where your children go to school. Do you love your children? Ask yourself that as you look up my contract. Wonder what he means by that.
Corporate is just a mile down the street. Do you want me to walk in there?
Uh-oh, here's this.
Oh, my favorite song. Wonderful, Paul. It's the old ragtime number 4. I used to have such gams, I'll tell you. I used to lift up my ankles and show them to the boys. And what a hootenanny that was.
Well, you know what I think is funny? This is probably, if customer is irate, feed them this music.
This will make you hang up so quickly. They want you to hang up.
What are you talking about? I've got a boner. This is jolly time music.
Play me off, Johnny.
And ain't we got fun? Oh, ain't we got fun?
By the way, if it weren't for the fact that I have an AOL
Slang.
email address, I wouldn't have been able to get any of this done.
Hello, my Coney
like-
Island.
The girl says to me, and she's a 20-something. She's like,
Oh,
Nice.
"Do you still have the Neander POL at AOL.com?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "Okay, do you have the first 6 numbers and the last 4 numbers of the credit card that's on the account?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do. You could have asked me that a half hour ago." By the way, this
So-
tech support call has now lasted 1 hour 6 minutes,
oh, I know. It's the same length as the show. This is beautiful.
and we'll see at this point when it's all done. You guys will be able to email me, Paul at neanderpaul.com again. Finally,
There you
This
go.
is-
So look, something to look forward to.
this
And
is
then
so
you'll have
stupid.
to read emails.
Yay,
for
emails.
hours every day.
It's so
This-
stupid.
Back in old Chicago, I used to hang out with those boys floating that liquor in. Of course, this was during Prohibition, and this song was playing on the radio.
Let's hear the song, Paul. Let's hear it.
What the fuck happened?
It's still there. It's just a low bass line.
Oh,
That's part of the same song?
No, it's a new song.
Oh, because we were listening to Ragtime a minute ago.
I know.
Now it sounds like Satan's will is the way.
yeah, the songs are so annoying.
Speaking of annoying, delicious Bang energy drink. Today's flavor is whole lot of penis colossal. Delicious Bang energy drink. Always the right drink at the most inappropriate moment. Bang energy drink. When you're on hold getting pissed off, nothing will race your blood like delicious Bang energy drink. Perfect for getting ready to yell at a supervisor. Yeah, Jesus Rapes Me says it's that poor girl's first day on the job. And Paulie's cursing around.
I've actually been very, 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 very nice.
No, we've been listening to the conversations.
We could hear you the whole time.
Yeah.
No, you couldn't.
Unmute.
Let me tell you.
Just for fun, Paul.
I
Just
kn-
unmute, and so we can.
I know
listen
what
to the whole
you
conversation.
drive.
We would love that.
I see your tires look brand new. Wonder what my pocket knife to the sidewall would do to them. I see. You think you've been egged on Halloween, Melissa? Just wait.
Oh my god.
Christopher Isawa says Overkill and Prong are playing in Detroit tonight.
That's cool. Prong is
That's
great.
very cool.
I've never
that's
liked
very
Overkill.
I've never liked Prong, but I've liked Overkill.
I
Hey,
think
you,
Prong was a
you hip
Phoenix
cats
band.
and kittens.
Yeah, it's back to that.
Scat cat. Yeah.
That Gretsch that I
good.
got would have fit perfect to hear.
Want to put on my zoot suit listening to this whole music. Oh, my darling, Charleston, Charleston. That's why they call it the Big E. Charleston, Charleston. Oh, baby, it's Charleston. Whack-a-dack-a-da, hoppin'-up-a-da, boo-boo-boo-boo-boo. Everybody, rah. Oh my God.
I hate GoDaddy.
Talking guitars in
Right now.
1920s rock.
Right. In 1920s ragtime. We're going to be throwing beads at women to flash us.
There's two men dancing together, and there's a woman sitting over in the table.
Hey,
going,
it's
"What the
really
hell?"
lonely in a submarine, Dane. Don't knock them.
That's Florida
that woman's,
right there.
That woman's like, I'm so horny right now. If only one of those guys would ask me to dance. I'm so fucking horny.
She's thinking threesome right now.
Okay, good news. Got all of those.
Good news. We
There's
have
good
good
news.
news. There was good news to be had. Okay, good news. It's only another 15 minutes before my supervisor is available. So you're next in the queue. It's coming up. good news.
Yeah, after a quick coffee break, I'll be right back with you.
I'm going to try that brand new Folgers. I have good news. The next time I put you on hold, you'll be able to choose from 3 selections of music. Good news. You've only been on hold for an hour and a fucking half with us. Wow. Yes, Renus, we talked about David Lee Roth. It's talking guitars, which we did of that lovely Gibson. Thank you, Chada. And 80s, 20s ragtime. So yes, we actually have. Oh boy. Look at Paul's face. Good news, huh? I'll show you good news. I have brass knuckles in my pocket that'll give you 4 fucking big pieces of good news across your fucking jaw. Get me the goddamn supervisor. How many times
why would Paul pick now to call GoDaddy? He had to do
how many times? How many times? Because real life gets in the way of our show. How often have you said, and I mean said by screaming into the phone, representative, representative? I think you said opt out. Is that right? Representative, representative. Representative. If you'd like to speak to a representative, press 1.
Majestic. That's Tim and Eric, right? Good news, cigarette juice. I think that's Tim and Eric show.
What's
I got it,
cigarette
man.
juice?
I got it.
What's cigarette juice?
It's a bit that they do.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a song. It's like a song or.
Christopher Live Sawa, says Mark Kendall's Great White played a sold-out show in Michigan over the weekend. Is that what we're calling it now, Mark Kendall's Great White? Because it is just Great White, but I know you want to make the distinction. There's Great White and there's Jack Russell's Great White. Regular Great White, of course, is Mark Kendall and the rest of the normal group. Jack Russell's Great White is Jack Russell and a different band entirely. It's funny you mentioned that. I spoke to Mark this week. Literally, we were talking about my my Shark guitar of his. Mm-hmm. We were he reached out to me.
How much to get it back?
Basically wanted to talk to me about it. No, he's actually happy I have it. He's like, you still enjoying that Shark guitar? I'm like, yeah. No, Mark is such good people. He really is. I mean, look, Mark Kendall, he's one of the, and I've always said this, he's one of the 80s greatest guitarists that doesn't get enough credit for the music he's done. He's very, very blues based, very precise, and his tunes are infectious, totally infectious. And you know, I've always said, if you listen to early Great White from the EP, you know, the self-titled or Recovery Live or Shot in the Dark or any of their early stuff, Once Bitten, Twice Shy, Mark Kendall has such ability that is like the unsung hero of the 80s. I mean, you hear about so many 80s guitarists, you know, Warren DeMartini and George Lynch and Steve Vai, and you don't usually see Mark on those, you know, Guitar Hero list as much as you should, because he's got an insane tone. Great White's early music is just phenomenal. I mean, you know, and again, of course, you have Jack Russell on vocals back then. And look, a lot, you know, Great White's had a couple of singers since then, you know, Terry Lewis of XYZ and, you know, more recently, Mitch Malloy.
Who?
But yeah.
Oh, did you see
Paul's
that?
already in a bad
that
mood.
guy that Paul dressed up as Halloween on Halloween.
Did you see the Mitch Malloy news though? Was it today?
I didn't know there's Mitch Malloy news.
Was it? Yeah, and it's serious. It's very serious. His mom passed away.
Oh, geez, that's terrible.
I
Johnny,
think
why do you want to bring the show down like that?
Well, it's Mitch Malloy news.
Yeah, that is Mitch Maloney.
Is that
Well,
true
look,
in the chat? I thought I read that this morning.
Our sympathy to Mitch if that is true. If it's not true, Johnny, we're getting another lawsuit any day now. Just another one. Mancuda, add it to your stack. Add it to the stack of lawsuits.
Go,
the show has
Daddy.
got. Yeah, Mark Kendall, Christopher Livesawa. Kendall has an incredible tone, very, very distinct. It's like heavy blues. Just he's such a good '80s representative. You listen to Lady Red Light. Lady Red Light, by the way, is the video that has that shark guitar in it. Mark's played it through the years. It's Johnny. Can you get a photo of that up? You could probably find it online. Mark Kendall shark guitar. It's basically it's made a collaboration with BC Rich and Dan Lawrence, who was at BC Rich at the time, and J Frog, who, as you know, made George Lynch's famous Skull and Bones guitar Mom. It was a collaboration of both of them. Dan Lawrence came up with the leg in the shark's mouth idea, and then J Frog made it more animated, more shark-like. And together it came out to be a really, really, basically one of those standout guitars of the 80s that everyone remembers. Roxy Blues says, I've held that guitar. It was in the Hard Rock Cafe for a number of years since the 80s. What it was is Mark gifted it to Dick Clark. There it is. Mark gifted it to Dick Clark, who you remember, of course, American Bandstand, Dick Clark, the world's oldest teenager. And basically, he gifted it to him for a restaurant that Dick opened competing with the Hard Rock Cafe. It was something like Dick Clark's or something, rock and roll cafe, I believe it was. And it was on the wall there for a while. And eventually those restaurants got bought out by the Hard Rock Cafe. And the Hard Rock Cafe doesn't sell guitars. They have an incredible collection of pro player celebrity guitars. They don't sell them. But after Dick's passing, the family, the Clark estate, saw a loophole in getting that guitar back, being that when Hard Rock Cafe bought the restaurant chain of Dick Clark's, they bought all the restaurant inventory of the restaurant's collection. But Mark had written that guitar as a gift to Dick directly. So even though Dick put it in his restaurant on the wall, a judge basically said to the Dick Clark estate, well, technically that guitar could be seen as not included as part of the restaurant's collection, but more of Dick's personal collection, which was not considered as part of the deal. And the Dick Clark estate was able to get that guitar back. And I guess they didn't offer it back to Mark. And, I don't know, but they basically put it up for auction. And that's where your boy Mancuda comes in, sees that guitar, recognizes it for the amazing piece of rock and roll history as it is, and buys it for a princely sum. As you can see, the bottom part is a shark. It's the body of a shark opening wide with his toofies, eating what is a human leg. Now, if you zoom in on that green part, Johnny, that's supposed to be board shorts, like surfer board shorts.
The photo is like really like.
Yeah. That's on my couch, of course, along with a lot of cum stains. And you look at further up the maple neck, that's a human leg, and it's got very detailed human hair painted on there by the great Dan Lawrence, graphic master extraordinaire. And going further up the leg, there's even a little Band-Aid on the leg, which I think is really adorable. It's a little Band-Aid. And then leading up to a high top sneaker with the BC Rich logo on it, which I think is really cool.
And the tube sock on the first and second fret. It's a tube sock.
Yeah, Keith Campbell, no, I wouldn't have sold it back to the Clark family. The Clark family is who sold it. The Clark family went to court to get it, basically so they could, because they knew it was valuable, and they put it up to auction. And there you go. And before that auction, I contacted Mark, because we are friendly, and I messaged him. I said, hey, look, there's a guitar of yours, and I've been asking him to sell me certain guitars that he wanted to keep, and that one I never thought would be available again. And I said, listen, would you be okay with me buying that? And he's like, honestly, it's going to go for a lot of money, and I don't want to pay a lot of money. If the Clark estate gave it back to me, that would be one thing, but I don't want to pay that type of money for it. So if anyone's going to buy it, I hope it's you, because, A, we're friends, and B, he knows I share my collection with the rock and metal community. And so he gave me his blessing. I bid to hell on it, and cost a lot of money, but I did wind up winning it. And now it is, along with a couple of his other guitars in my collection. So yeah, Joe Hervey, I own that now. Mancuda, is the wood around the neck straight and the mouth teeth just paint? No, it's like J Frog's other guitars, like George Lynch's bone guitar. It's a carved wood piece. It's not just painted graphic. That's actually carved wood teeth, very detailed, carved. Partly done by Dan Lawrence, partly done by J Frog. And you can see it in the Lady Red Light video from Great White. He's using it there. And I've seen Great White in concert a number of times, and he was playing it live in concert for years. And out of the blue, yeah, he contacted me the other day, and he's like, hey, how you doing with that guitar? Now, I have other guitars of his that we've talked about. Like I said, we're friends, but that one is easily my favorite, just because it's such a unique, so specifically 80s guitar. I mean, we're in such a dull time of music that to see anyone playing a guitar at all is a big deal. But now to have to have something like that just exemplifies the excess of the 80s, the coolness of the 80s, when, Warren DeMartini had actual snake skin on his guitar, and George Lynch is playing a carved skeleton, guitar. And, in this case, Mark Kendall is playing a guitar shaped like a shark eating a human leg with a high top sneaker on it. That's just cool fucking 80s stuff. And that's the fun that was the 80s. This is why I love that era of music, because it was just excess and fun, and silliness was the coolest thing in the world. I mean, look at that.
Was there ever a double neck with like two legs?
No. That'd be very funny. Later on, he had Ed Roman from Roman Guitars in Vegas make him something similar, a different shark eating a leg, but actually no, it was a different shark eating a guitar neck. It wasn't a leg, and it just wasn't the same. It was cool, it was very cool, but it wasn't the same. That's the classic guitar used in the the high point of Great White's career, and it's very cool. IRock Blues wants to know, any idea what the red guitar was he played? Yes, that was a Music Works guitar that you saw in the Rock Me video. And that guitar, it's a red guitar with two Asian women basically using a dildo on each other. And it's kind of fun. That's a different guitar, but that's the red guitar you're referring to. Everyone wants to know what that graphic is, and that's basically what it is. It's two naked Asian women, and one's putting a dildo into the other one. Very, very cool Music Works guitar. So that was in the Rock Me video. Let's see. Keith Campbell asks, does he want it back, or is he just checking up on it? I mean, I'm sure if I gave it to him for next to nothing, I'm sure he'd want it back. Or if he wanted to borrow it, of course I'd lend it to him. But it's very funny when rock stars get rid of their guitars during the 90s, which a lot of them did, and realize, hey, I want it back later in life. They look at it as, well, I got it free from the company first, or I paid a couple of grand first, not realizing that, later on, these guitars go for a lot of money, and they don't want to pay that much because they're so used to, getting something for free as a endorsee or something like that.
I would think
artist pricing. Yeah.
I would think they'd be they should be honored that their guitars are way too expensive for them to buy back later on.
Oh yeah, no, I
Yeah,
mean, of
really.
course he watched the auction. Like I said, he was happy that he knew who was buying it, and B, he knew it would not be, thrown in a vault, that I show it around, that I, share it with an audience of, metalheads, and that, would be played and enjoyed. And, anytime he'd want to visit or something, because he's also in my neck of the woods there in Los Angeles.
Oh,
or close enough to it. And
tell him to come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll waste his time with this.
He's on Twitter. I've seen him on Twitter.
No, Mark's on Twitter, Facebook. I mean, he's a great guy. And like I said, he is one of my personal favorite players of the 80s that I don't feel gets enough credit, much like the beautiful Lindy Lynch in our audience and the beautiful Samantha Durrence, birthday girl in the
Lindy.
audience.
Happy birthday, Samantha.
And
Well,
Erica
and in
Sophie.
the song "Once Bitten, Twice Shy," I think he just
Yes.
plays a red Gibson ES335 in that.
Yes, in that one he
Big old hollow
does.
body.
In that one he does for the solo. And there it is right there.
Yeah, there
that
it
ES335. Which is funny considering the song refers to a Les Paul being beat, and yet he goes and plays the 335. Yeah, and Jimmy Ray Hawkins, the 80s were great. That was the best era of music ever. And that's why we do this, because you know what? You don't have a lot of shows about 70s rock or 60s rock, or not the way you do
rock.
the following of the 80s. There's not a lot of 90s grunge retro shows, but there's Eddie Trunk and us and some others talking about the 80s, because the 80s was fun. I mean, let's put it this way. The 80s was just one big party with some really great music,
Mm-hmm. I was there for some of it.
Yeah, playing guitar, when guitar meant something. R2R3 Locking Nut says Mitch Malloy wants to play it now. No, look, Mark would probably play it again from the impression I got. I mean, I have guitars that people have said, hey, if you ever want to get rid of it, let me know. If you ever want to sell it back to me, let me know. But I know if I hit,
we
certain
need
people
names.
like I know was it last week or the week before I had Steve what's his name from Trickster?
Soquel.
Brown.
What was it?
Steve
Brown. Steve Brown of Trickster and Def Leppard and every other band he's filled in on. But Steve Brown of Trickster, Tokyo Motor Fist. No, I know he said, if I ever get rid of his old Night Swan, he would love to get that back. Jerry Dixon of Warrant, if I ever got rid of one specific bass I have of his, he would love to buy that back.
Mm-hmm.
But again, number one, I don't want to get rid of stuff. And number two, if I did, it would, probably be more than a lot of people would be, willing to pay as an artist.
Yeah. But do some of these guys ever contact you later for like wanting to get the guitar back just for like a photo shoot or something?
I've done that. Spacey T of Sound Barrier, the great Spacey T of Sound Barrier. I'm usually friends with these guys. If I own their guitars, I'm usually friends with them. And he basically asked if for a Jackson, a movie about Jackson guitars, that red Jackson soloist of his was the prototype of the Jackson soloist. It was the first one ever built. and it was in a very famous Jackson Charvel ad, the company you keep. Grover Jackson positioned him right up front, holding it so that, among all the celebrity guitars, that one would stand out, as he knew that was the very first one of a Strat type. And, they asked if they could, have him borrow it, for that and a concert. And so, yeah, I mean, of course, I was happy to lend it to him. There you go. The great Spacey T. The first all black metal band, Sound Barrier. And Spacey T is like, he was basically the next Jimi Hendrix. I mean, he was so good. Now he plays an 8-string guitar. He's like, Tosin. He's just so good. And again, another very underrated guy of the 80s, Spacey T. It's super sweetheart of a guy too. And Sound Barrier is just terrific. They were basically like a Black Judas Priest. They were really good. If you have the chance to check out old Sound Barrier, check out Born to Rock. Like, that was a great song. And I love that song. Thank you, Sherman Callahan.
Sherman Callahan.
Yeah.
And look
so
at this.
That is, can you see the headstock on that photo, Johnny?
No.
Okay. Cause that has it has a banana headstock, which is unheard of for a soloist, because the soloist headstock's a pointy, but the prototype of that was a banana headstock.
Yeah. But that photo, that was taken by our friend Glenn LaFerman.
Yes, sir.
Who watches. He watches
Glenn
this.
LaFerman, a legend in heavy metal photography. Shout out to you, Glenn. You have been there making history immortal. So yeah, guys like Spacey T, Mark Kendall, and like I said, in a bunch of cases, I'm happy to lend, if I'm friends with someone, I'm happy to lend them if they want to borrow it for, a special show or something, not necessarily a tour, because I know shit happens on a tour to instruments and things disappear and get broken and, let's see.
There's a guitar that I'd love to get my hands on. There was a band called Surgical Still here in Phoenix, and Jim Keeler was the lead guitar player, and he had Kramer. He had the mouth, and it was a Kramer guitar, and it just had a big giant mouth all the way around.
I know that. No, wait. A big giant mouth. A Kramer? With a big giant mouth?
Yeah, it was called The Mouth.
That's interesting. I don't think I know that one actually. I had Kramer with a kiss print on it, big lips on it, like a couple of weeks ago. I had that as the show and tell guitar of the week. I had a Kramer Beretta. That's interesting. And Lindy Lynch, speaking of beautiful lips, I'm so sorry if this was discussed, but aren't those shark teeth going to be in the way on that Mark Kendall shark guitar? I mean, they're obviously, you have to play it carefully. I mean, you're not flying your hand around. You're holding onto the neck. If you're sliding up and down the neck, it just has enough clearance. But it's, yeah, I mean, obviously you have to be careful because otherwise you're going to, either knock a tooth out or, I mean, it's carved wood. It's a wood carving. So, but yeah, you have to play it a certain way. You have to hold it a certain way very carefully. Yeah. And Keith Campbell brings up Tony McAlpine. Tony McAlpine, another really, really underrated 80s player that I own one of his, or basically, I guess his main guitar, the Harlequin. I own that one. And Tony also another trailblazer, because you have to realize something back in the 80s, and this is coming from Spacey T directly. He would tell me stories of, here you're in a metal show, and it's not a genre that's usually associated with black players, which is kind of surprising considering that, metal derived from the blues, which was a lot of black players. And then you had Jimi Hendrix in the 60s, who was one of the greatest guitar players of all time, second, if anything, to Eddie Van Halen. And that's it pretty much. And then, you you really didn't have a lot of black bands. You know, in the 80s, you know, blacks usually were playing rap music. And Spacey T would tell me he'd go, you know, along tours, and he'd go with, you know, other bands that, you know, look very metal. And here's this all black looking Judas Priest band would get on stage, and they would be discriminated against. They would get feedback from audience before they started playing. I remember he told me once a guy yelled out, like in one of the southern states, a guy yelled up to the stage, "Hey boy, what are you going to do with that damn guitar? What are you, some kind of rocker? What do you think?" And rather than get heated under the collar of the racism, he just basically looked calmly at the guy and he said, "I'm going to show you what I fucking do with this guitar." And he rocked that house. And afterwards, the guy was just, he was dumbfounded. And that was basically the 80s. That's where these guys were such trailblazers, you know, to come out in the early 80s as a black metal band and show, hey, metal knows no color, boys and girls. Here we are. And they trailblazed for bands like Living Color and, you know, other artists. You know, again, Tony McAlpine also. And a lot of these artists have admitted sound barrier is the reason that they, you know, basically grew up into get into metal. Because
this is Neanderthals GoDaddy
gosh.
sales girl that he's currently talking with.
Is that her?
Yeah.
Oh, go daddy. Go daddy.
Come on, Paul.
Nice.
Right there she is.
Oh,
Think
be careful.
Paulie's
Oh
on
yeah.
That's your wife or your girlfriend or both.
Paulie, are you still on hold?
She's blonde.
Uh-huh.
Now we know what Dane's into. Hey, by the way, I found that
I'm working
I
on
found-
configurations. I apologize, but this has got to get done. It's been weeks in the making.
Now that's
Hey, there's the mouth.
That's the guitar.
okay, that's a Charvel.
It's a Charvel.
Oh,
And
that's
I
the Kramer one.
own a Charvel like that belonged to Tracy Guns.
There's
So
a
what?
Kramer version.
Not a
And
Kramer.
it
That's not a
doesn't have the
Kramer.
tongue. And
That's
the teeth
not a
go all the
Kramer.
way
That's-
around.
That's a very distinctly Charvel graphic. That's very well known. It's a Charvel graphic. It was on one Jackson and a bunch of Charvels. The most notable one was the one I own was Tracy Guns that he used.
Okay, so there's different ones.
There
There's a
are
Kramer
different
one,
ones.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
There
so
are
And
different
again,
ones.
it was like, and a Surgical Steel was a Phoenix,
Yeah.
Judas Priest style band.
I found them.
And
It was
Jeff Martin
Surgical
was the
Steel.
lead singer who
And
ended
there
up
was a-
being the drummer of Badlands.
There was a guy playing a guitar similar to this that was a Charvel. Yeah.
I think
So-
Skeller.
So his guitar was a Charvel, right?
Yeah, the one that Dan was talking about earlier.
Yeah,
It's
a
not
No,
Charvel.
I
this
think
one.
it's a Kramer.
This is similar. This is similar to that.
Can you find any Kramer?
It wasn't a Kramer. It was a Charvel. I saw it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a Charvel.
I saw a picture of them playing, and it's Charvel on it. Is this the guy? Yeah,
'Cause
so
I know-
that's another one. I don't know.
Because I know that's a very well known Charvel graphic.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, here's the one Dane was talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to get my hands on.
That fat girl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Dane's
wouldn't be
talking
able
about
to
this one.
because I don't have enough gas in my car.
Is that the band specifically you're talking about?
That looks
Yeah.
like Jim Keeler on lead guitar there on
Yeah.
the right.
Johnny,
Not a
zoom in
very
on that
good
guitar.
photo. The
on
bass
the
player's in his
headstock.
way.
It says Charvel.
Bass player's got
Yeah,
a
it's
cool
a
looking beastie
Charvel. It's a
Rich.
Charvel. Yeah, it's a
Oh.
Charvel, dude.
Oh,
It's a Charvel. What was really nice, by the way, Sound Barrier had a tribute to them a few years ago at the Whiskey, and it was all the 80s black artists, and they basically gave a big tribute to Sound Barrier as the trailblazer in black artists in heavy metal. And it was really great. I was there with them. I was there not performing, but I was a guest. And really, really terrific. Yes, Vistalite 1972. I do own the big mouth guitar that Tracy Guns used to play. So an early pre-pro Charvel, not a pre-pro, but a very early Charvel
Yeah, that's awesome.
with that graphic on it. I own the first Charvel that graphic was on, and it was made for Tracy Guns. And there was one early Jackson as well that had that graphic. And then after that, they did about probably about like 10 of that graphic in production. Mike Olson says Mark Kendall can play. Mark Kendall's so underrated. Again, I'll say it again. One of my personal favorite players of the 80s. His licks are tasty. Just very blues based, melodic, just a great writer. Jimmy Ray Hawkins brings up Shark Island. Yeah, I do remember Shark Island. Shark Island originally was called the Sharks. They were very big in the LA scene early on. And the guitarist of the Sharks played the prototype of the BC Rich. He was an employee at BC Rich. He had the first Warlock and he had the first Wave. So really, really cool. And Sharks became Shark Island. And I still to this day love that song Paris Calling from them, from the album Law of the Order, Shark Island Law of the Order.
Yeah, it's good too.
If you want a great song and you guys haven't heard Shark Island, play Paris Calling. And speak of great artists, last week I talked about one of the newer metal bands that's formed recently, and basically is flying the 80s metal flag very proudly, and that's American Slang, and they're out of Oklahoma. And I talked about them. They're young, they're teenagers, and they're so good. And they just came out with their first single a few days ago. I told you last week to listen to it. It was called Gypsy. It's the name of it is actually Gypsy Life. Gypsy Life. So check that out because you really want to watch these guys. American Slang is the band. Gypsy Life on YouTube. Check out the song. Tell me in the comments what you guys think of it, because these guys I know have interest to tour from bands like Dirty Honey and Greta Van Fleet as a supporting act, and I think they're going to be great because I've heard them play live. They're really great. And yes, Jimmy Ray Hawkins bring up the guitarist for Shark Island is Spencer Sercombe, and a hell of a nice guy too, by the way. And he was an employee of BC Rich while he was in Shark Island. So that's where he got access to that first Warlock when they made the prototype, and the first Wave when they made the prototype. So there you go. Mike Olson brings up Les Pauls with Explorer headstocks. That was originally a guitar custom made for Aldo Nova. And they made, I believe the number was 11 or 12 of them. I think 12 in total. And Aldo has one, maybe two. And the others were sent out. And Rick Nielsen, I believe, bought up, the rest of them, or maybe the rest except for one or two. Because I saw a private collector had one, and he did a video of it on YouTube. But that's different than the guitar Chowder was showing earlier, because the one Chowder had is a double cut with a different pickup configuration. But similar with that Explorer headstock. So there you go. R2L3 Locking Nut brings up Queensryche, Eyes of the Stranger, from my favorite album of all time, Operation Mindcrime. Yeah, I mean, you say you listened to it 3 or 4 times today and you don't know why. Because it's fucking amazing. And I raise my head and stare into the eyes of a stranger. I've always known that the mirror never lies. Great song. Great.
When Metallica, when Queensryche opened for Metallica, of course, they were the opening band, and I was sitting there and I'm listening. I was so like, oh my God, Queensryche. And I was just trying to, get as much of it in as I could. And I had this neighbor kid that was next to me, and he just wanted to like party and talk and blah 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 blah. And I'm like trying to watch it. And I'm just like, dude, shut
Yeah, that's
up.
where you crack a beer bottle over his head, because just the idea of talking during a Queensryche performance with Jeff Tate reaching those high notes.
Yeah, in
you know?
1987.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah. Really good, really good.
And this
Thank
guy,
you,
I
Keith.
still remember
Thank
this.
you,
His
Keith
name was
Campbell.
Donnie Heyman.
Thank you, Keith Campbell. Yeah, and everyone's asking about Neanderthal. Why Neanderthal is quiet right now? Neanderthal is dealing with the drag that is GoDaddy.com.
But here's what's going on, though.
Go,
He's got his
Paulie!
headphones on.
Go, Paulie!
So I think they've talked him into hanging up the phone and doing it online.
Is that what's
Because-
happening, Paul?
Yeah, he's got his headphones on. He's on his little tab there.
I see he's working it.
His little iPad.
He's playing Tetris.
He's playing
hear us,
Grand Theft
though.
Auto. He's playing Grand Theft Auto on Twitch.
Blink
Oh.
if you can hear us, Paul. Blink if you can hear us.
Yeah, you can hear us.
Okay, he can hear us. That's not exactly blinking, but okay.
Yeah. And if you guys want some Grand Theft Auto news, actually hackers have hacked the game. And the game is unplayable now. Nobody can play it. It's horrible.
Seriously?
Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody's
probably.
Everything's
screwed.
going to
Somebody's
get blamed
screwed
on
with it.
Russia now.
Putin's sitting there right now. We must get revenge on them. Grand Theft Auto. America's greatest asset. We will stop them. Who is this Beane of Johnny? We will stop them on Twitch.
Yeah, so I can't play the game.
Talking guitars
Yeah.
and it is metal.
What happened
Live.
exactly, Johnny? Explain what exactly happened.
Hackers got into it and they made it unplayable. We kept getting kicked out, and I think now just search on.
It's like
on,
me at a strip club.
just do a search. You'll hear about it. The company. Oh wait, Symmetry. Wait a minute. Wait. Breaking news here. It's fixed, Johnny Beane. I am now.
And
1
now
hour.
the news. Here's Johnny Beane with an exclusive breaking news.
Symmetry. You guys might remember from the Halloween show. Uh-oh,
Breaking
speaking of
news. Online strips without clothing.
Unforgettable.
Hang
Online
on.
strips
Something's
without clothing.
happening
Hang on.
again.
There we go.
The hackers
Is
are
that
back.
Russia? Look, you said Russia, and right there
Naked
Yeah.
there's a
online
Russian
stripes
porn site in the chat.
without clothing.
Yeah, they show up.
Don't click on
instantly.
that.
Yeah, don't click on that, you
boys
guys.
and girls.
Symmetry says it's fixed. He's now an hour into the game with no griffing. So,
There you go. Yeah,
Dude,
Johnny's
I'll
ready
join
for
you
war with
later, man.
Russia right now. Johnny's ready for war with Russia right now.
yeah. Oh yeah, check this out. This was a gift actually from my friend Steve Anderson,
That nipple ring?
and it's an official Van Halen jacket. Actually, it's a women's jacket, but
Well, that makes sense.
but it's official. Van Halen. There you go.
Now you
amazing.
could put the little yellow armband.
Does it come with the skirt, Johnny?
I'm not wearing anything else.
Nice.
Johnny's got no pants on tonight.
Nothing comes between me and my Calvins.
Yeah.
Nice. Take a minute and leave a thumbs up on the video. And again, write it down. Listen to American Slang Gypsy Life. I'm curious what you guys and girls think of that track. I love it. I've listened to it a bunch of times this week. That's their first official release. And they've gotten a lot of industry interest, which I'm really glad to see because, this is a band that, again, they're teenagers, but they're very influenced by 80s metal. They love Rat. They love Firehouse. They love Van Halen. These are like, the bands that really loves the old school stuff and influenced them into becoming basically, a new generation of metal guys. I mean, they're 5 guys that totally look the part, play the part. They're amazingly good guitar players to surprising levels for their age. And I really like that song, Gypsy Life. So look for them on the road, check them out, but listen to their song on YouTube and let me know in the comments what you think of American Slang Gypsy Life. Very, very cool. Sounds right out of the 80s. Sounds to me like it's almost like a cross between Danger Danger and Ace Frehley, because the guitar work sounds similar to Ace and the vocalist sounds a bit like Ted Poley of Danger Danger. So I'm very curious. Very, very cool. And of course, what did they learn? They're teenagers suddenly surrounded by gorgeous teenage girls. It works, guys. Pick up a guitar. It works. That's why half the bands that we know and love got into music, because it's a chick magnet. Absolutely. So American Slang Gypsy Life. Let's see. And speaking of Danger Danger, Jimmy Ray Hawkins brings up Danger Danger with Andy Timmons. I'm a huge Danger Danger fan. I've been since the beginning. And, Danger Danger started with Tony Bruno, who, if you guys remember, was the original guitarist of Soraya with Sandy Soraya. And Tony Bruno, another great guitarist. The band formed by Bruno Ravel and Steve West. They got Ted Poley, who was the drummer of, I believe, Pariah at the time. And they got Casey Smith on keyboards. They wanted basically to form a similar vibe to Bon Jovi. So they got, the mix of a guitar player and a keyboardist and a bassist. And then they looked for a guitarist. Tony Bruno laid down a lot of the guitar work, but he wasn't available to join Danger Danger because Soraya was at the time doing very well. And he didn't want to leave Soraya. So they basically asked around and someone said, hey, there's a great studio musician in Texas, name of Andy Timmons. You guys should audition him. And sure enough, they struck absolute gold with Andy Timmons, because Andy Timmons was so underrated for an 80s player. And again, here's another guy that you never saw coming, kind of like Reb Beach, kind of, Tony McAlpine, Andy Timmons, years later, now a solo artist, touring with guys the likes of Steve Vai and Joe Satriani, and doing the G3 tour years ago. And Andy is just a terrific solo artist on his own right.
And he's doing stuff on that YouTube channel. I believe the guitar player's name is Martin Miller. And it's a YouTube channel, and they collaborate on songs, cover songs.
Andy and Martin?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that, but I know Andy, and Andy just really, really underrated and very, very, if you listen to the first two Danger Danger albums, and Andy still plays with them sometimes, because they've had a lineup change or two here or there. But Andy has played with Danger Danger on and off, and those first two albums are just terrific. If you listen to Puppet Show on the second album, that's an instrumental solo, you knew right then and there, wow, okay, this Andy Timmons, he's not just some guy with long hair. He's the real deal, and sure enough, over the years, he's proved it. Super, super modest guy. I remember, Dave Nesdall also went and saw him live, and just terrific player. The great Andy Timmons.
Yeah. Martin Miller, Andy Timmons, they got a video of them doing I Still Have the Blues for You, and it's spectacular. It's amazing how good this video is.
Nice. Jesus Rapes Me says, what band got you guys into the 80s metal scene? I mean, all of them. Well, so many of them, I could say. I mean, Kiss was early influence for me. Dio was early influence for me. Yeah. I mean, just, the first time I heard Van Halen, I thought was amazing. Early Judas Priest, early Iron Maiden, Crocus, I loved Screaming in the Night when it came out.
Kiss.
Yeah, Kiss was the earliest, probably. Johnny, what about you?
It was always
Johnny's-
Van Halen.
Yeah, Johnny's not into 80s
Van
metal.
Halen.
It was always
Van
Van Halen.
Johnny's like,
It was
who?
always Van Halen.
Van Halen. Dane.
I should start a Van Halen show.
God, it's just the time that I was, a kid and a teenager. It was everywhere, and
It was everywhere. That's the
I
thing. It was
loved all
everywhere.
that stuff. So you couldn't hide from it, and I didn't want to, man. I'd be trying to find it as much as I can. Every party you'd go to, you'd have the stereo blasting. People don't have home stereos anymore. So
Yeah,
people
right.
don't have house parties very often anymore. But we used to just
And if you do, please invite us.
yeah, we
Please
used to have
invite the
house
four of us.
parties. We'd
Yeah,
have
Zoom
cake
parties.
parties. We'd have cake parties where everybody in the apartment complex, would be out there. And this is because I lived down in the Arizona State University and all those apartments down there. I didn't go to college, but that's where we hung out, and that's where we would rent apartments, for a couple $100 a month, and we'd have cake parties and have bands playing in the courtyard, and just going through kegs of beer and having home stereo. Everybody had home stereo systems.
Oh, sure.
People don't do that nowadays. They listen to their music on their phones. But
In the
whole
chat,
stereo thing,
what bands
sure.
got you guys into the 80s metal scene? I could also add to that, Def Leppard, early Def Leppard. Of course, at that time, Quiet Riot broke with Come On Feel the Noise. That's where, everyone, Twisted Sister, early Twisted Sister, really liked. I mean, I think Kiss was probably my earliest one, I was always, and to this day, I'm a huge Kiss fan too. I'm just curious. Leo Safko says Iron Maiden. KXM Rock says the Mamas and the Papas. Yeah, they're thrash, I believe, right? The Mamas and the Papas. Hellstorm, Van Halen, and Kiss. Yeah, I mean back then, a lot of house parties were like just metal, KXM Rock, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Man, I was a big 80s metal guy. Iron Maiden, early Motley Crue, that was another one. Yeah, for sure. Early Motley Crue. Rat came a little bit later.
If you were at a house
sure.
party and Van Halen came on the stereo, I mean, just like hitting a light switch, it turned into a party.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Mancuda, do you have any medical updates on Dave Manichetti? I don't. Paulie, do you?
No, I know that, he is the last standing member, obviously, of Y&T, and the C word seems to catch all of them. So, Dave is a good dude, and hopefully will heal quickly, but he hasn't given an update in a while.
And same with Chris Holmes. Chris Holmes, I know, is starting treatment, a 7-week treatment of for the big C. And so we wish him well, of course. Let's see. Motley Crue, Van Halen. Yeah, early Motley Crue, basically, of course, Live Wire, very, very big early song. Really, really good. And then when Shout at the Devil came out, I remember seeing it. I've talked about this before. I remember seeing a TV commercial back then for Shout at the Devil and one for Grim Reaper, See You in Hell. I remember literally a TV commercial, saying, Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil, and it was like, do you have a TV commercial for this album? Yeah, okay. And then same thing, Grim Reaper, See You in Hell. I mean, does anyone even remember Grim Reaper? I liked them. I liked them a lot.
Nick actually lives here in Arizona, lives here in Phoenix. He works for Marshall, or used to work for Marshall. Now he does some other stuff. But yeah, Nick Bocott used to live here.
Do you guys
I don't know if he
remember
still
what I'm
does.
talking about? Do you guys ever see TV commercials in the early 80s for those two albums?
No.
Like full regular on network commercials. I don't even know. I don't remember if it was, I guess it was in the evening or something, like probably like 7 at night or something. But I just couldn't believe I was seeing a TV commercial for Grim Reaper's See You in Hell.
I don't remember it.
I remember that. I remember Motley Crue Shout at the Devil.
The first time I ever heard Motley Crue, believe it or not, was at the US Festival. And then here's this band, 300,000 people. And then here's this band, and they played their set, and everybody seemed to enjoy it. And the only thing that I recognized is they played Helter Skelter. So I'm like, wow, they're doing a Beatles tune.
Nice. What is that?
That's it.
Is that the commercial?
Yeah. Yeah, it's an ad for Shout at the Devil.
I think that is it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
There
is.
you go. How crazy is that? Could you imagine? I mean, does anyone else remember these commercials? Anyone in the chat remember seeing these commercials on national television at it was probably like 7 p.m. at night. It was like just before prime time, I remember. And I saw them a bunch of times.
And you got to know that your record company is investing a lot of money in you to
When you're
actually have
getting national
television
TV
commercial.
ads.
Yeah, because that's basically their first album.
Yeah, there you go.
Their
Look at
first
that.
album was self-produced, so this Shout at the Devil was like their first real, record deal, studio album, and
The old stuffy
somebody
couple.
put
The old
some money
stuffy
into
couple
that.
getting their ears blown apart by putting on the headset. Motley Crue Shout at the Devil. I mean, look how innocent they look. And then he puts on
And then
Motley
all of a
Crue
sudden,
Shout at the Devil. And then look at this.
Shout.
She's got the exact care.
It looked like Rue McCanahan from the Golden Girls.
There you go. It was like someone's parents. Motley Crue Shout at the Devil.
And there's the guy from Revenge of the Nerds.
No, this was a great commercial. Did anyone else
Yeah.
see this?
I've never seen that.
You guys should look this up at you should look this up on YouTube. What's the title, Johnny?
It's Shout
Can
at
you-
the Devil.
See,
Motley Crue Shout at the Devil advertising for TV.
yeah, can you put the link to that in the chat?
It's only had 4,179 views.
I'm surprised that's actually on YouTube, but I'm really glad it is because I want to watch that again. Yeah, Destroyer says the Motley Crue had parents listening to the album. I think that was it. It was like, get your parents this album or something. Or what will your parents think when they listen to this?
I don't know for sure, but I bet Kiss probably had for Destroyer probably had a television commercial for Destroyer.
Well, yeah, it was called Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park.
Well, that was the whole movie, but I bet they actually
Yeah,
had
it was one big
commercial
2-hour-long
like
TV commercial.
this. Uh-huh.
And they had a similar one to this with Grim Reaper for See You in Hell. Can you find that too, Johnny? Is that also somewhere? Okay, so Johnny just put the link to the YouTube for the Motley Crue commercial in the chat. You can watch that later.
Yeah, I messed up, but the code is there for it.
Shout at the Devil.
Is that a usable link or?
Yeah, with YouTube videos. Here's a trick for you guys. With YouTube videos, all you gotta do is Google the last part of the code, and it'll take you right to it.
Okay.
So in this
not
case,
not a direct link, but-
WGMPPZT69T4. Just Google that series of words, of letters and numbers, and I'll take you directly to that video.
That's very cool. All right, so not a direct link, but Johnny just told you how to get it. That's very cool. Is the Grim Reaper one on there?
Let me see. It'd be Grim.
Keith Campbell says Kiss has commercials for every album since Destroyer. I remember Kiss had TV commercials also. Paulie, do you remember this?
I remember the one for Dynasty.
I remember Dynasty. I remember the single albums. I remember that too. That was fun. Yeah, Symmetry brings up the summer of '83. You had Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Quiet Riot, and everyone was hearing Quiet Riot, Come On Feel the Noise. That was breaking on every radio and MTV constantly. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't see a Grim Reaper.
Probably Rats Round and Round was like right behind it. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, right? But Kiss at least had the budget. Motley Crue, these guys were like brand new to the scene, you know?
I'll be right back. I got to pee.
Yay.
Yep.
You know, Motley Crue's Too Fast for Love was not a massive selling album that you would think, warranted a full-fledged TV commercial for the second album, Shout at the Devil. Kiss was the opposite. Kiss was like a juggernaut. You know, I could see when we saw Kiss commercials for, Dynasty and the singles albums, that kind of made fiscal sense. But seeing a band like Grim Reaper, I mean, they never got big. And I love that album. I wore the hell out of that cassette at the time. I bought, I think, 2 copies and then a CD of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Rat album, the one, not the EP on Time Coast, but Out of the Cellar, that first album, Out of the Cellar, with Round and Round. I mean, that song got tons of airplay early on. I mean, that.
Yeah, I had that on cassette tape, and I wore that cassette tape out.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was great. That was like when you were like, driving with your friends who just got their license, and there was just like a bunch of cassettes all over their car, and you're like, Twisted Sister, awesome,
Mm-hmm.
And then there'd be the Go-Go's. You'd be like, oh, the Go-Go's.
Now, look, the 80s had a lot of, mixed bag music, but obviously the metal was, that was the thing, for those that liked it, and again, all your friends suddenly had like this tarp, like one of those wall hanging flags or a tarp or whatever you want to call it, made of silk of, one of the Iron Maiden albums. It was usually like, Peace of Mind or,
I actually had a Van Halen one. Those tarps or like
Yeah.
It was like a silk.
What is it
like
called? Tapestries? Is that
Tapestries?
Yeah.
I had a Van Halen one. It was of the back of the Women, Children First record, but it was in like it was like pink and white. Because they weren't. Some of them were like prints, like
Right.
drawings.
Yeah.
I had.
Yeah,
one of those.
I remember seeing them like at Spence. You'd go to a head shop or something, with your buddy who had like a fake ID. Yes, I'm 18. You like went to Spencer Gifts in the mall, and then you'd go to the head shop, and get whatever paraphernalia that
Zigzags.
using at the time, and you'd look up on the ceiling, or you'd go into even Sam Goody at the time had a couple of them, but not like like Spencer Gifts or some of the head shops, but you always saw like Iron Maiden's Peace of Mind or Killers or one of the early Maiden or Priest albums, and you'd see these tapestries that you buddies would hang up on their wall or on their ceiling. It looked pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
It was right next to the black light poster of Kiss,
Yeah, all those black light posters that show it would show like a little gremlin,
a tiger,
or something, a leprechaun
cobra,
on a mushroom smoking a bowl.
Yeah, a tiger, a cobra. I loved Spencer Gifts. I mean, you go into the mall, that was like one of those places you have to go. They had like racks of posters in the back. They had all sorts of like, black light effects and like lighting, Eye of the Storm and
tons of incense. Yeah. So it'd smell
incense and stuff. Fiber optic light trees, lava lamps, which were still cool in the 80s, even though that was like a 60s thing, I guess.
Those black light posters.
I love those black light. To this day, I love those black light posters. I love those.
Wow, look at this. Oh my god.
Yeah, strobe light. I remember I bought a strobe light, and this is fun. I bought a strobe light around that time at Spencer's, and I thought it was like the coolest thing. Like
I had
I'd
those.
bring a chick home, right? And I'd be like, I had it hooked up to like a remote control. And I'd be like, trying to like, hook up with her and stuff. And it's like, oh, let's sit on the bed and talk. And on the bed, you sure? And, we turn the lights out, and then I turn on the strobe light. And it's like, whoa, kinky. It's like,
Try to put her in a hypnotic trance.
yeah, you will think I'm attractive. You will find me attractive. No, I still have the thing in a box, but I literally had this strobe light hooked in my bedroom to a remote control. Is that my bedroom in the 80s? There it is.
Oh, that's not old enough, man. That's
the 80s.
No,
that's
is
later
more
80s. That's like 87.
There's that
It's like
Injustice for All tour,
Yeah.
though. That was a good one.
But there's like that's
like around
kind
87.
of kind
Yeah,
of
no, but that's there you
Or
go.
like
I mean,
the
that's
stuff that Greg Brady put in his room when they gave Greg the up in the attic.
yeah. When he was Johnny Bravo. Yeah, I figured the strobe light would distract the girl from my tiny penis. I figured this way she wouldn't notice.
She
It
couldn't
would
really
look in
focus
slow
on it.
motion. She'd think maybe it was just the trick of the light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, watch. I get a girl having a seizure. I'm trying to just get a blowjob, and the girl's like, oh. Having a seizure from the strobe light. I didn't know what the fuck.
I used to take strobe lights to rehearsals.
Bill Cosby light.
Yeah, wrist rocket. Leo Safko had a wrist rocket. Those things were badass. My friend and I, we were just naughty little boys. And when we hated someone, we would wrist rocket their house. We'd drive in the middle of the night, and we were like looking for something like that would like break their window, but not like leave evidence, like a rock or something. This is like, if we hated someone in school that like we had a fight with or something. I mean, not like we weren't like doing vandalism. We just like, wanted to get someone back. And we took sour balls. And those things are hard enough to break a window, but disintegrate on impact. And then people look around like, what the fuck broke my fucking window? Wrist rockets. Yeah, man. No lie.
You carry one of those things around?
No, what was I, Dennis the fucking Menace?
Like that?
No, but no, I just remember we got in a friend of mine and I got in a fight with a kid, and he did some stuff to us, and did some stuff that needed a retaliation, and we went to his house, and I broke one of his windows with a sour ball.
No, you take a nice little rock and set in there, and you could really. Yeah.
No, but the thing is, a rock leaves evidence. A sour ball. There you go. Welcome to
Good
Bad
memories.
Boys of the 80s. Talking guitars and badboysofthe80s.com. We all did stupid shit in the 80s. We all did stupid shit. This is someone did something to us very bad, and
He ain't lying.
there we go.
So, Paul, how's it going?
Ice Cube's another good one.
It's taking forever to get all this stuff done, but it's finally getting done. And it had to get done. Like, this has been weeks and weeks. And the idea that somebody actually got this thing set up. The fucked up part about it was I couldn't get any of my email because the backup email was set up to a Gmail account that I don't remember the password to, because I had it auto set on all of my logins. And so it tells you to try to remember the last password that you remember. So then it says a recovery email was sent to neanderpaul.com. Well, that's the email address I'm trying to access. So literally I had to dig all the way back almost 17 years to get to an AOL address that they could send all of my stuff to, so that I could get all of my login shit. It's
Oh my God.
fucking believable.
Oh my God.
Was it like that?
Almost, yeah. So bad. So yeah, I'm just at this point,
How would you even go
I can't hear you because Mancuda won't shut the fuck up.
That seems impossible to trace 17
getting
years
online.
back to that.
Well, it's not
You've got
Because-
mail.
because I keep good records.
What's sad is I'm laughing, but I actually have an AOL account. There it
Of course
is.
you do. So do I.
You call somebody's phone number and you just hear that.
Go, daddy! Go, daddy! You know, we're laughing right now, but someone on AOL is in that account is hacking Grand Theft Auto.
Probably, yeah.
Someone in Russia. We have AOL.com.
Yeah, Paul's learning.
Not
who his
not
daddy is
communist.
tonight.
AOL.communist.
Yeah, the
Go,
funny part
daddy!
the funny part about it is I'm actually slightly more technically proficient at this stuff than the average person, and the tech support person is trying to tell me shit, and I'm like, nope, that's not how it works. It's an IMAP server, not a POP server. And she's like, and she's just reading it off of a monitor. She doesn't know.
So reinstall the CD
Yeah,
for
they don't know.
version 4.0.
They never know.
You remember those CDs you get in the mail? It was like
I still have a
CD
box of
for-
them.
Yeah, it was still a CD for old AOL programs. Welcome to GoDaddy.com.
Yeah, it's a total fucking, it's a clusterfuck. What a pain in the ass.
You remember the chat rooms? You'd sit in the chat rooms then.
Yeah.
You go into these chat rooms, talk to, you know, probably someone like David Crosby. Yes, I'm Sexy Sue 42. Yes, I'm wearing a mini skirt.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how screwed
Janice
up these
has
things are.
hello, how's it going at AOL.com. That is a cool address.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Wayno says we've just doubled GoDaddy's commercial.
I know.
GoDaddy, GoDaddy. Very nice. You've got
AOL.
mail. AO hell.
It was a nightmare.
There's a Queensryche song. Is it
There's a lot of
Another
them.
Rainy night? Yeah, it's another rainy night. And I
Just
think there's a part where it has "You have no more mail in your mailbox." Remember
Without
that?
you.
Yeah, but there's a little break in the middle of the song, and the woman says, "You have no mail in your mailbox."
No, oh, okay.
Right in the middle of that song. Yeah.
No, you have no further messages, I think. No new messages.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. Yeah, I think that was an answer machine, wasn't
Yep.
No nude.
it? Yeah, David
messages.
Crosby has the email mustache rides for you at AOL.com.
Must rash.
Ball rash at AOL.com.
Crust rash.
Love my crabs at AOL.com.
David Crabsby.
You can dip them in drawn butter. You can. That's what I'm looking forward to. Danica Patrick at AOL.com. Wow. Paul, you realize through the whole show you have been going through that nightmare and you're still going through it, right?
Yeah, I'm still setting shit up. It's just a pain in the ass, but at least it's done now. I've been able to get it somehow.
Well, it's established, but it's not done yet.
Yeah, we'll never know if it's done.
Wow. Go, Daddy. Go, Paulie.
Yeah, it's something special right here is what's going on here. But whatever.
You've got mail.
I'll work it out. It'll
RussiaOnline.com, ROL.com.
So Friday night, I did get to go to that big Mammoth concert here in Tempe. It's a good
Nice.
time.
Who was playing with them?
Dirty Honey.
Nice. That's a great line. So how was it?
I pull into the parking garage, and this dude named Zach, that's been on my
wait,
YouTube
Bozak?
channel, he comes in my store. He's a great player. He works at the Marquee Theater. So when I pull into the parking garage, there he is taking the $10 from people, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Zim, yeah, just go on in, man, and let me move a couple of cones." So I didn't have to pay for parking. Doesn't that make your day? I saved 10 bucks.
$10.
Yeah.
Who's
And then,
that guy that didn't have to pay the fee?
And then there was this customer that came in and he gave me the extra ticket. So I didn't have to pay the $50 ticket or whatever it was.
Yeah, that was the
And then
ticket.
I
That was the
forgot
ticket
my
you were going to give
Vax
me.
card. I forgot my Vax card. I leave it in my guitar case. So when I go play venues, I have it right there in my guitar case, right?
What's wrong with your wallet?
What
I have
wallet?
it in a lanyard. I have it in my NAM Pass lanyard. Is also.
Oh, I
my
know that guy.
Vax
He walked past me at NAM.
That's funny. That's
So
funny.
that means I know you.
He ran into Johnny.
I met you at NAM, so that means
I met you at NAM.
Johnny.
Yeah.
He
And
bowled Johnny over.
so I forgot to take my my
Viagra.
whatever they call it.
Medicine.
The COVID thing. The Vax card. But I talked to the girl, and I'm like, "Hey, look, I forgot it.
I forgot my condom. It's in my guitar case.
But I just played here like 6 weeks ago, and I'm in the band Whiskey Dogs, and we opened for that AC/DC.
Never heard of you.
Do you know me?
Goes, I remember.
Don't you
guys.
know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
Go on in.
Don't you know who I
Do you
think
know who
I am?
Yeah. Do you know who I am?
It worked.
I know Neanderthal.
And so then the guy that gave me the free ticket, I bought the first round. So beers are $8 a piece.
Whoa.
So I spent $16 on a couple of beers.
Zounds.
And then I bought a T-shirt.
That's almost as much as the price of a gallon of gas.
Luckily, I got there at 7:30. The show started at 8 o'clock, and Mammoth was already set up. All the EVH gear was on stage. The big backdrop was lit up. And so I just had to kind of stand around and talk to a few people, and I
just had to stand around. I gotta, I find myself doing that all the time. I have the stench of fans on me every time I leave. So
no,
weird.
it's just friends, local friends.
There I was signing breasts through the whole show.
And Mammoth, huge drum sound, great drum. The best part of Mammoth is, in my opinion, it's the vocals. He sings like a bird. His lead guitar player is right there harmonizing.
Wait, like what? Big Bird?
80% of the time.
Why
his
are there
lead
so
guitar
many
player is doing
songs
beautiful
about
harmonies
rainbows?
with him. And then the bass player comes in 20, 30, 40% of the time. The bass player singing right along with them.
So wait.
So
The bass player
great
comes in 20,
vocals,
30% of the
great
time. The bass player doesn't show up for the whole show?
Oh.
No, I'm talking about singing. He sings along with them. The three guys sing along and harmonize really, really good. And I'm pretty sure all that singing came from those years of, doing Michael Anthony's part,
sure.
with Van Halen. That's where he learned to sing in front of an audience.
I met his
Van
vocal
Halen.
coach one time. Years
And
ago.
his guitar playing.
Johnny, did you get the vocal coach's autograph?
No.
Okay.
No,
But
we were at
they're-
a party.
they're great
We were at a party
singers,
one time.
and
And
it
we
was-
sat
the
at the same
audience
table
was,
and we were talking. And I'm like, "You're the guy that taught Wolfgang how to sing." And he's like, "Yeah."
The
It's true.
audience
I'm
was
not kidding.
a bunch of older guys our age, but there was a younger crowd in there too that were supporting them. But there was a lot of the older guys, and it had great sound. And I've noticed that the newest song that they have out, which I don't know what it's called, but I heard it. I heard it on my computer, and then I heard them do it live. So they have a brand new song out that's not on that first album.
Was it Gypsy Life by
And
American
that's
Slang?
their best song. That's their best song. So his songwriting is
Who's he
is
he's
getting
talking about
better and
Mammoth.
better and better because
He's talking
the
about Mammoth.
first song,
Laz
the first
actually
song that he
recorded
wrote
that song. They played that
called,
in
The
Sacramento when Laz
Distance,
was there.
right? Where he's singing about Eddie and the distance, I think it's called The Distance. you can tell how good his songwriting is getting.
I'll be right
Second
back.
album's
Dog
gonna
calling.
be even better than that first album that we've heard. And then by the time
Go
he gets to the third,
doggy.
fourth
Go
album, it's
doggy.
getting better and better and better.
Yeah, Lindy Lynch is right. Wolfgang does have a beautiful voice. He does. He really does. I mean, the guy is dripping with talent, you know, and he's so humble about it all.
He was very humble. He introduced his band and everybody cheered for the guitar player. And then he said, and we got a badass on drums, and everybody cheered for the drummer and the bass player. And then he looked at the crowd and he goes, and I'm Wolf. And Wolf, you know. It was crazy. Yeah, but he was so humble about it. He just said, and I'm Wolf. And he smiled. And everybody was like, ah.
Well, he's grown up around that. He knows the deal. He's grown up around that. And thankfully, you know, he grew up well adjusted, and, you know, for all he's been through, and you know, from being thrust into Van Halen at a young age, and you know, losing his dad, and, you know, all the fans, you know, wanting a piece of him and his dad. I mean, it's a big thing, you know.
And he wrote all those songs, and he could have sort of taken the easy route, which would mean to be on stage and go ahead and play Panama. But you know what cover they did? They did that. They did Them Bones. I think it's Alice in Chains. And I was like, what? They sound just like Them Bones by Alice in Chains.
Yeah, I mean, he's influenced by a later, you know, generation than, you know, than his dad.
Yeah, so great show. And then Dirty Honey came on. I watched 2 or 3 songs and hit the high road on out of there.
Another one of those really new generation, young, you know, carrying on the rock and roll flag, Dirty Honey, and you know, they're hot right now. They're hot, and like I said, you know, you have bands like them, and, you know, Crazy Licks, and, you know, half the bands that are on Frontiers right now. And I love Frontiers as a label.
The old Frontier.
No. You know, Front.
Yeah, Alice in Chains. They did an Alice.
The old Frontier.
And the
That's
way
David Crosby's
the
newest
way they
label.
did that Alice in Chains, you know, Alice in Chains was very popular because the 2 guys sang, Chris, and they sang really good together. That's exactly what Wolfie and the guitar player were doing. Singing really good together.
I'm the man in your box. Yeah, no, Bozique, I have heard Dirty Honey. I like them. I do like them. Yeah, no, like I said, they're one of those new generations of young rockers. You know, and like I said, I predict American Slang is going to be, you know, like them as well. You know, based on what I'm hearing and what I'm hearing buzz-wise early on, and the song that I like, that I've been, you know, talking about tonight. And you know, the new generation is growing, you know, with some guys influenced by the 80s. I love it. You know, very cool stuff. You know, same with Greta Van Fleet. You know, I've said it before. They've got some serious ability. You know, and again, you know, Wolf is, even though we know him from Van Halen, you know, Mammoth Wolfgang Van Halen is, you know, another one of those new generation bands. Yeah, I'll be showing the show and tell guitar in a little bit. And then I want to talk about something I saw on TV this week. So we'll get to that. But first, let's talk about, before I show the show and tell guitar, some of our sponsors, like Vinum Custom Pickups. If you want custom wound boutique pickups, check out Vinum Custom Pickups, maker of the Mancuda Custom.
That he's
Vinum
never
Custom
putting in any guitar.
Yeah. Someday this particular set will be. You know, I'm waiting. Oh, excuse me, my zipper opened.
I apologize. I'm eating sushi while we're on the show. So,
Well, I hope she's.
I was wondering what that smell was.
I was about to say it smells like vagina. But speaking of vagina, Vinum Custom Pickups, the greatest hand-wound boutique pickup you can get. Tell Craig Vinum you were sent by Mancuda over at Talking Guitars and 80's Metal Live. Craig Vinum will take good care of you. A lot of happy people that we have turned on to Vinum Custom Pickups. Check out what he can do for you. You tell him what you want, and he will make a pickup for it. You want something modified? You want something like a Duncan JB, but less muddy? He will do it. You want to bring your Les Paul back to life? You want to bring that tone into your dead guitar? Check out Vinum Custom Pickups. Hand-wound quality Vinum Custom Pickups. Check them out.
It's quality stuff.
Quality stuff. And speaking of quality, my favorite guitar pick, boys and girls, Swiss Picks. The greatest gripping guitar picks out there with raised holes for her pleasure. What's that sound? What's that sound?
Swampy sounding.
it's the closest thing I come to for dinner.
Or vagina right now.
That's not necessarily true.
Hey, Paul was bragging about getting laid the other day when he was in here.
Mm-hmm. It was
In
good.
your store? He got laid in your store?
I didn't really.
No, it
No,
was back in the
but Dane
glory
did fuck me.
I'm going to fuck Neanderthal so hard when he comes in. Watch this. Swiss Picks, the greatest gripping guitar pick ever with raised holes for the greatest gripping pleasure. Check out Swiss Picks and you will not put one down. You can't get them loose. Look at these things. It's not falling anywhere. I'm strumming as hard as I can. I'm jerking my putt as hard as I can. And the Swiss Pick's not going anywhere because it's got a great grip. Look at that. Great grip.
And it's
Check
got a little
out-
hole in it for Mancuda to put his penis through.
Yes, the smallest hole is for my penis. That's the one.
Paul, tell us a little bit about your
Mancuda's
your new
penis.
girlfriend that you have.
I don't have a new girlfriend, John.
Yeah, and why are you interrupting the plugs? These are our sponsors.
Enjoy.
This is what gives the show lifeblood. Like Swiss Picks. Check out Swiss Picks. Check out the Jason Becker Blue Cheese Edition. Helps Jason Becker out.
Why are there so many sponsors for nothing?
And we are making no cheddar.
It's okay though. Mancuda will plug it, and then he'll show you a guitar.
Actually, go ahead and plug Swiss Picks because I'm getting another order of them in, and so
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that
that's
he's
another
not
thing.
going to sell them to
Dane-
anybody, but he's going to get an order in.
some
Dane
of our
sells-
listeners
Dane
will
sells
come in
those.
here
If
and
you-
buy some Swiss Picks.
If you guys are at Zim's Guitars, located at where, Dane?
I'm in Mesa, Arizona.
Zim's Guitars in Mesa, Arizona. If you are there, why don't you stop by, say hi to Dane, because he certainly won't ship you stuff, so you got to buy it in person. And he sells Swiss Picks right there behind him. It's a big
Call me
bunch of
during
Swiss Picks.
store hours only, please.
Yes,
Call him,
only during
yeah.
store hours. Only during store hours.
Now,
But-
that's store hours Mountain Time currently until next weekend. Then it's Pacific Time for a while.
Is it changed back next weekend?
Something like that. Yeah, I think we're coming up to it.
So next Tuesday it'll be 5 o'clock.
Spring
here
ahead.
instead of
Spring
6
ahead.
o'clock.
Yeah, you turn the
Awesome.
clocks ahead. Turn the clocks ahead.
Great.
And
Johnny.
I think it's coming up this Sunday or something like that. So it's soon.
Speaking of coming up, like an
Giggity.
erection, delicious Bang energy drink. Always the right drink at the most inappropriate moments. Yummy, delicious Bang energy drink. Check out a Bang energy drink tonight. Johnny, speaking of check
That
out.
wasn't me.
Fishy.
And I saw you on the camera. Wasn't me. I saw you with my sister. Wasn't me. Saw you banging Mama Cuda. Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, wasn't me. So you
Why
with
are
a big
you
black cock
asking?
ramming in your ass? Wasn't me.
Hi, Ellie.
Hi, Ellen. Johnny, when you want the best kill switches for
When
your
you
guitar,
want the
where
best kill switches, where do you go?
Hey, Fred, when you want the best kill switches in Bedrock, where do you go?
Bonnie, I
Come
spend the time at the Water Buffalo Lodge.
Hey, Mr. Slate was recommending Tessie Switch.
He had one job.
Yeah, those Tessie switches, they could take a hopperoo hopping all over them, and you'll get the best kill switches out in Bedrock.
You're a yabba dabba douche.
Tessie switch. You bang on them, and they work, which is a great thing. Because that's what you want for a kill switch is to
And
stop.
remember, you can get all of these fine items at the Amazon JohnnyB.shop show. Yay!
Ow! I love those Tessie switches.
I think you actually can.
Follow me on Amazon.
You guys should seriously give me some money.
TessieSwitch.com/shop.
We haven't
Come
seen
on,
False
Johnny
Flag
Beane
tonight.
15.
Give him the dollars.
Bring in the money.
We haven't seen False Flag tonight. What's up
Yet.
with that?
Yeah, Johnny's wondering why
Johnny,
the
it's
bank
false
account,
flag. I'm moving to Ukraine to fight all the awful people. I'm bringing all the bugs from Australia over to Ukraine. They'll kill everything.
yeah, just set the
We're the
spiders
most-
and the snakes loose in the Ukraine.
Oh, I'm
Don't
sorry,
get those
Keith
Russian
Campbell.
bastards.
Keith Campbell's we got a request. Oh, so if I was looking for a switch, I'm a switch hitter.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. If I want the greatest upgrades in my guitar, noiseless springs even, or a bridge, or tuners, I go to where, Johnny?
Little man.
Oh my gosh.
It must be him.
That's
FU
right, that's
Tony.
right.
He's watching.
FU-tone.com.
Is it false flag?
FU-tone.com.
Johnny, it's false flag. Don't take my call. The show's only another 40 minutes.
Were your ears burning? Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
yes,
watching.
I just heard the call and I thought I'd call.
Yeah, it's
Oh, you. I'm definitely
Johnny
not.
doesn't know it's you
We're not
unless
the
you
same
deposit
person,
a large bank account.
No, we're not. I'm sorry,
Curtis
Johnny.
refused to acknowledge
I've
you
been
until you give
looking
me money.
after babies all day, and I've just turned it on now. So,
well, it was awesome
what's
that you
your
tuned in
show
now,
on,
so that we could all
You
make
didn't
fun of
waste the
you.
last couple
Replay,
hours
so-
of your life.
What was that about touching children?
No, I always have a good time watching your show, Johnny.
Never skip.
And
Oh my
bit of a false flag update.
Oh,
The album
I
will
know.
be
And now for
in
the
my
false flag
hands,
update.
wait,
at the end
wait,
of
wait,
this
wait.
month.
Say that again.
The album will be in my hands at the end of the month, and as soon as I get them, I'll send you all copies of it. I'll send
Nice.
you all CDs.
As soon as I'm done blowing my nose.
What's it going to be called?
What's it
I hear
called?
the applause.
What's your album called?
The album is self-titled.
False flag.
False.
False Flag.
Yeah, False Flag is the name of the band. It's not his actual name.
It's
Will
also
there
the
be-
name
will
of
there
the
be dollar
name of the band
signs
as
all
well.
over
The
the
album,
cover?
it's like a Metallica.
It's
So False
it's
Flag,
called
False Flag.
False Flag gave all my money
Yes,
to
yes.
change the lights.
Will it be a photo of
that's
Johnny's
what it's gonna
guitar
be
more
called.
on the
It's
cover?
self-titled, then. Hope you
Good
guys
for
like
him.
it.
Well, what
He said-
style of music
I
is
hope
it
you guys
comparable
like
to?
it.
It's really it's false flag, so it's going to come in and it's going to pretend it's music,
Anyway,
but it's not
Johnny.
really music.
What's it going to sound like? Like what band is it similar to?
I'm hearing Paul laughing at my accent. And, yeah,
Name some quick influences. Who are your
Vegemite.
my influences for the album, I would say
Men at
Tool,
work.
Linkin Park,
Popcorn
and
the
Pink
band.
Floyd. I mean, that's pretty diverse.
Gorky Park.
You said Metallica.
Pink
Is there
Floyd.
Metallica in there too?
Oh, there's a bit of like heavy.
Well, we lost our bass player, if that
Metallica
counts.
style, but, yeah.
Well, we both have albums, if that's a similarity.
All right, Johnny,
Awesome.
I can't keep up with the convo, but
Awesome, man. Well, hey, congratulations. Yeah,
Oh,
we're
good for
looking
you.
forward
see
to
you
it.
guys later.
Looking forward to it. All the way
Excellent.
from
Have a good
Look
night.
forward to hearing it.
Australia, right? You're in
All the way
Australia.
from Ukraine.
New-
Ukraine. No, I'm joking.
Oh,
He's out in Oz. That was the
Just hope
dingo running
everything's
away with our
alright.
album.
I hope it's solved peacefully.
Oh,
We're going to send it by carrier kangaroo.
Hey, you're not hearing that G note still, are you? Remember
What?
before you said you heard a G or something? And
A
you
G
were
string.
laughing.
A G string.
what?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Don't worry about it.
I can't hear you. The lights haven't changed.
That's right, Johnny. If you can't beat him, join him.
All right, Johnny.
All right.
I'll talk to you soon.
All right. All right. Have a great day, man.
Take care, guys. Take care.
Thank you,
All right.
false
Paul and
flag.
John, take care.
All right, then.
We love you,
False
brother.
flag.
Always good to
we
hear
love
from
you,
False
man.
Flag.
That could have been the last time you get anything from False Flag, right?
His,
there.
yeah, because now he's going to have to, the record company's going to recoup on the album.
Yeah.
He posts pictures of his newborn child, and it is just adorable. He loves his kid. I mean, I think that's supposed to be a prerequisite if you're a parent, although I wouldn't know that. Mine didn't love me. John's didn't love his. So, Dane doesn't know who his father is. We're not sure.
Although somehow my mother knows Dane's father.
My mother knows
I'm
Dane's
just saying.
father. He says
I'm just saying.
he's a nice boy.
He's a hung boy, I'll tell you what.
And Johnny's out. He's like, all right, Twitch is calling.
He's calling False Flag back. Hey, man, I'm really sorry that I
Hey,
said.
listen,
I
man.
said
Sorry about that. Listen, is there any way you could change my lights tonight? Just like a quick,
Just a quickie. I gotta have, man. I gotta have a fix.
just my fix. I mean, I promise I'll like tuck in the chickens or something funny. Yeah, just please.
False Flag's little baby's gonna have the glasses and the Johnny Beane hat and everything.
He's gonna title the album "Never a Ship."
Never. Johnny.
Never a ship.
The album's called Johnny.
Johnny. Influences.
Be good. Be good.
Vegemite. Vegemite, huge influence. The Johnny Beane Show, huge influence.
Not a big, huge influence. Lots of influence on it.
Lots of influence. Very
Lots of
many,
Johnny Beane
much
influence.
influences. Yes.
Lots of many influences.
Twitch. Grand Theft Auto,
lots of
big
Twitch.
influence.
Yes. Lots of twitching.
We got 100
John-
people in here.
Johnny
Hi,
Ben.
100 people.
Speaking of Twitch,
Everybody go
Johnny
to
Ben.
Twitch.
speaking of Twitch, tomorrow.
Twitch hacked by Russians.
Symmetry said that was all fixed. But speaking of Twitch, join us tomorrow. Steve Rosen will be joining us talking about Tone Chaser, his brand new book.
Own.
Tone Chaser.
Steve's got the goods.
Oh,
Steve's
the
got
book
the
is
goods.
amazing. I've been talking to Steve all week.
Steve
And,
was, I've talked to Steve when he was writing that book, and he's telling stuff from when he was there watching it. So eyewitness stuff, guys.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So come on over to Twitch tomorrow, same time. So 8:00 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
5
Just go to-
specific.
Go to twitch.tv/JohnnyBean and join us live. It'll be myself and Kurt5150 talking to Steve Rosen.
Nice.
And there's an exclusive photo of him with Edward right there from the book,
Very
taken
cool.
by Glenn LaFurman.
The
That's
great
Glenn of the Furman.
The great Glenn LaFurman, who
Glenn of the
also
Furman.
eyewitness.
Hey,
Oh,
false
there it
flag.
is, Johnny. There it is. There it is. The
Ah,
false flag.
False flag
There we
coming
go.
in.
Paid his vig.
W False Flag.
Nice
False
job, False
flag.
Flag.
Played it.
Great. Always good to have you.
Yeah, Johnny.
His
just
album
turned
is
off-
awesome.
Johnny just muted his mic for a second. Said, Listen,
Johnny can be bought.
false flag.
We've just learned Johnny
know,
can be
what-
bought for $20.
False Flag's record.
One hand
Best
washes
thing I've ever
the other,
heard.
False flag.
Best
$20,
record.
$20 Australian.
Listen, false
It's
flag.
still
I will
good.
pump your album. I will pump your album like fucking John Holmes pumps vagina.
Wow.
Oh.
False Flag's new album is going to get even more talked about than Colonel's Popcorn. Vine and pickups.
Oh, Johnny's gonna wear a hat with the false flag logo on it as soon as that next payment comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny's ready to have that. Like the Van Halen logo appears on the channel.
That
It will now be
StreamYard
the false flag logo.
That
It will now
StreamYard
be the
t-shirt's
false
got to
flag
go.
logo. Johnny's gonna have a big display in the background of False Flag's album cover.
Yep.
I called it Know Your Bean or Flick the Bean.
Flick the bean.
Flick the Bean. I named it after Johnny, I believe. Flick
my
the
gosh.
Bean.
Octopus ears. Good morning.
Welcome, Octopus Ears.
Octopus
Anyway,
ears.
it is time for Show and Tell Guitar. As I mentioned today,
I have to check out soon. I know I've done nothing for the show tonight, but I have to check out.
oh, what are you talking about?
I have
Dude,
to work.
You were the life of the party without even lifting a finger. Trust me.
I'm heading out too, guys.
All right. Well, stay
You guys
at
going somewhere
least
together?
to see?
No.
Yeah, we're
it's a
going
matter
for a little. We're gonna meet at the Pickle parking lot, if you know.
Well,
what I mean.
another thing I've been working on, and I really didn't talk about it because it really has nothing to do with what we're doing tonight. But why should that change anything?
Neither was GoDaddy.com, but we made fun of it.
My partner Mark, my on-air life partner Mark,
Platonic.
has been sick for 2 days, so I have to work by myself. It looks like again tomorrow, which makes the show that much.
I'll start driving now.
It's half as entertaining, but twice as much work.
And I'm ready to steal his job.
He may give it to you some point. At some point, let's face it. If you think Johnny Beane is tired of dealing with us on Tuesdays, just imagine what it's like to deal with me for 5 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Zounds.
Yep, that can be something.
But he's getting a paycheck though.
So's Johnny. False Flag just made.
Yeah, False Flag just paid Johnny. He just made $20 for 3 hours and 2 minutes of nonsense.
Thank you, False Flag.
Yeah,
And no,
False
we're
Flag's the
not
only one that
giving anything
cares.
away today.
What?
I was about to say, what is the
No free
what is
stuff?
all the win hashtags?
They're putting a bunch of. Well, we got
Johnny, you have nothing to give away today?
He's got $20.
Johnny,
from
give
False
away
Flag.
something. We got all the people in the chat want to win something. You must have something.
All right,
Must be something.
I got some EVH picks right here. Hashtag
Nice.
win right now in the chat. These
Do I win them? Do I get to win them?
If it picks your name.
No.
Yeah, so we'll give away the Van Halen guitar picks today. We'll do show and tell, and then we'll do a giveaway.
All right, show your guitar, John, and then I'll tap out.
Okay, so today's show and tell guitar mentioned was a prototype. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen. Actually, Johnny, you got to spotlight me and get rid of that thing overhead. That's not
the
me.
other one. Spotlight the other one.
There you go. Johnny, you going to get rid of that? We can get rid of that,
For a
make the
duck.
screen a little bigger. There's a duck, dear.
Hey, is there a black
duck.
frame around us that never used to be?
Yeah, what's with the black frame, Johnny? This is false frame.
False
There it
frame.
is.
Johnny, false duck.
Now
looks
just
cool.
ditch the ooh. Leave a like on the video, please. And leave comments. Leave comments about what you think of American Slang's new single, Gypsy Life. I'm curious what you guys think. Okay.
What
So,
do you think?
Here.
Become a channel member.
Why is this back? Why is this back? Why is this
Russian
back?
intelligence?
Okay, there we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today's guitar, a prototype. Here we go. Oh, look at that thing. This is one of the earliest BC Rich gunslinger prototypes and is the prototype for the Assassin model. This is the very first Assassin built. There were a total of 8 prototypes for the Gunslinger model. Oh wait, Johnny didn't get the hat. The
Holy crap!
the shot. Yeah. 8 prototypes for the Gunslinger model. Johnny, you get the thumbnail?
Holy crap!
Shot,
1 second.
Prototypes for the Gunslinger model. Johnny, you get the thumbnail?
I like the delay. The delay is nice.
1 second. Got it.
We good?
How cool is that?
Okay, so this is one of the first Gunslingers. They made 8 Gunslinger prototypes total. They made a neck through. They made 2 strat heads. They were messing around with the design, trying to figure out what would be a really amazing shredder guitar that BC Rich could do. Because at the time they were doing a strat called the ST, and it was not a very popular guitar with players. Even though you had someone like Tony McAlpine playing one of the flagship ones, they wanted something faster, sleeker, sharper, a little bit more of a faster, quick neck shredder guitar, all business. So they came up with the Gunslinger. Dan Lawrence and Glenn Matasiel came up with the idea of the Gunslinger, which was basically a bolt-on 22 fret neck, maple, super fast, super slick, oiled neck, very similar in necks influenced by what Charvel was putting out in the 80s, but they wanted it a little thinner, a little faster. And look at that badass headstock. A very, very cool angled headstock. Look at that thing with a very cool logo, brand new logo for them because they were using ours at the time. And this particular one, look at that. It has a little flamed wood cover over the truss. Little truss rod cover. That's real flamed wood. And look at the top on this thing. Look at how gorgeous that is. That is a beautiful, beautiful figured maple top.
Is it orange?
That thing is so gorgeous. Yeah, it's like a tannish orange.
Is it more orange
Basically,
than what it looks like?
No, that's really accurate. That color is really accurate tonight. The light's hitting that really right. And the prototype, they used, of course, a Floyd Rose. And this was, again, early ones were non-recessed. The prototypes were non-recessed. And the production ones became recessed on the Floyd, but they started it with this. You have a pickup selector. Now, this is what they were dancing around with the Assassin model of Gunslinger. The Gunslinger itself had an angled humbucker. The Assassin added a single coil to it. So this was basically the first Assassin version. And again, 1 volume, no tone, little pickup selector there at the bottom. You can see that right here. There you go. Nice thin body. This one's nice. It's a bound flat top. I love binding over figured wood. And this didn't make the production model, the binding, but it looks so good, especially with the matching cream pickups that came on there. This one has the early cutaway. The finger axis cutaway right here. And it has a number on it. It has an early B number on it. And again, these serial numbers were just made all at once. So like Charvel was made in order, you look at the neck plate and it's stamped, 1100, 1101, 1102, 1103. The BC Rich neck plates were made all out of order. They stamped 9,000 neck plates once and just put them in a big bin. And as they made your guitar, they just grabbed one out of the bin in random order. So while the handmade ones were stamped in numerical order, the plated ones, the bolt-on guitars, were not made in numerical order, matching the serial number of the plate. Let's see. Back of the headstock. You have early on, the early models were drilling through the headstock for the Floyd. A year later, they would stop doing that because people were breaking headstocks, especially during the 80s. Bouncing off of your bass player, bouncing off of a drum kit, bouncing off of a floor. But I love the matching wood on the truss cover. Look how cool that looks. That's kind of neat, right? So, and you notice the color is matching. It's orange versus the regular maple tone of wood you have there. But there you have that famous gunslinger neck. Very, very, very fast neck. Just cool looking as hell. And again, they eventually did recess the trem. And some people don't like a recessed trem. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it when a Floyd Rose is recessed or not. You know, some people say, oh, it takes a little bit more of the wood out. I don't like the feel of it difference. I'm fine with it either way, but just look at the freaking figuring on that wood. That is so beautiful. And the production gunslingers, by the way, didn't have this wood available. These figured wood tops were only available on some of the early prototypes. You know, I own 3 of the 8 prototypes, and all 3 of them have beautiful, different colored figured wood. Really, really nice stuff. And just a great playing guitar. Again, you know, typical gunslinger, very fast action, really nice. Pickup in this is DiMarzio Super Distortion, which in the production models were black. In this particular prototype, it's a cream one, which was very common in the handmade neck through models, the cream DiMarzios, but not in gunslingers. You usually won't see them. Usually they're black. But there you go. This would be the end of 1987 and the beginning of 1988 NAMM show when they first came out. And they only made the gunslinger through BC Rich when Bernie Rico owned it for 2 years, 1988 and 89. After that, they were made by Class Axe, who bought out BC Rich. And even them, they only made it shortly for a little bit of time. Class Axe, A-X-E.
Not the guitars they buy at
Bought
Target.
out BC Rich in
No, that's First
1990.
Act.
First Act.
Yeah, they bought out BC Rich in 1990, Class Axe, A-X-E. And they made them a little differently, but, you know, the original gunslingers were made for 2 years, very popular at the time. Obviously, guys like, you know, the guys in Warrant and CC DeVille and, you know, a lot of guys like that, Tracy Guns, were playing the gunslinger. And this is, again, one of the 8 prototypes and the first Assassin version that they made. And that is your show and tell guitar of the week. Leave a thumbs up.
Smash that thumbs up.
By the way, you notice on the back, this back is I believe this is mahogany on this one. Can you see the wood?
Mm-hmm.
Wood.
Yeah, it looks like a coffee table.
Yeah, and the usually they were painted black and they were alder, the gunslingers or the production gunslingers. You know, so also for those that are in the know, it has that early narrow trem route that the first year had. But there you go. Today's show and tell guitar, beautiful gunslinger prototype Assassin. There you go.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And Mike Olson is jealous.
Let's see what we got here.
Keith has a thumb up somewhere.
Summer, what do you mean?
And type hashtag win in the chat if you want to win. If you want to win these picks,
those cool Van Halen guitar picks. Time for a giveaway. Type win, hashtag win in the chat right now to enter. We're going to give it away in just a minute. Let's get some names in there. Leave a thumbs up. And no, Lindy Lynch, I am still at Mama Kuda's house. You can tell by the bad lighting in my and background tonight. This is Mama Kuda's house. Once again, shout out to my buddy Carlos, my house sitter, who's probably like rented my house to immigrants.
Why do they have to be immigrants?
I don't even know about it.
Yeah. Do you ask for any like updates, or do you like
I talk to him all the
FaceTime?
time because you know what it is.
Do you
I
FaceTime
sometimes need. I talk to him like almost every day because I need stuff sent from the house sometimes back and forth, or I'm sending stuff to the house or stuff like that. So
he's essentially your bitch.
no, he's one of my closest friends. He's a great guy. And again, he's another actor in the industry, and he works a lot in Hollywood, but he lives an hour and a half away. So he crashes at my house a lot, in one of my guest rooms, and I have him, basically when I go away, I just give him the whole place. So he has run of the whole place because he works near there anyway. It saves him a long commute.
Sure.
Let's see. Yeah, Jimmy Ray Hawkins says almost a Phil Collin vibe on that guitar. That's interesting. Leo Safko asked the neck pickup. The neck pickup, I believe, was one of the single coils that BC Rich had made for the ST3. They had those specifically made for them from DiMarzio. I don't know if it was called anything specific, but it looks like an EMG, but it's not. But DiMarzio was making those specifically for the ST3 model, which is the bolt-on with the 3 pickups. And it wound up using that same single coil for the Assassin. Let's see. Kai Matthews, didn't Mick Mars play Gunslinger? No, Mick Mars did play BC Rich, but he mostly played Warlocks from BC Rich. Mick played a lot of things. Let's see. It is very similar atop, though, in an orange figured wood to a Charvel I own of Mick Mars that used to be red. Let's see. Thank you in the chat for the kind words. Please leave a thumbs up. Let's see. Just looking in the chat real quick. Yeah, and that's the nice thing about it. The layouts on those guitars were really simple. One volume, one pickup for the Gunslingers, and 2 for the Assassin.
Yes.
Very, very cool. Let's see. Just looking. Are we typing win into the chat?
Yeah, type hashtag
win. Type it in the chat.
Type hashtag win in the chat.
If you want to be eligible for some of those very cool Van Halen guitar picks, those are really neat.
They're awesome.
Yeah, they're very, very cool.
And they're brand new.
Brand new in the package.
They have yet to be up Neanderthals' nose.
But there's still time for that.
Yeah. I'm going to do a quick
masturbation?
Quick experiment.
Here. So with a pinky in the ass? Hi, Ellie.
Anybody? It says we have 100 watching. Yeah, because it says we got 24 entries. We have 100 watching.
Well, in the chat.
But only 24 entries. So there's in the chat there's a poll. Go ahead and click on either one of those. Whichever
in my pants, there's a poll.
Whichever one. That's fine. Click on whichever one. I want to see how many votes we can get. Right now. Vote. On either hi or yo. Either one. It doesn't matter. I just want to see how many people we actually have in the chat right now. 'Cause it says we have 99 watching on YouTube. And only 24 entries.
Why would you not want to win something free? If you're watching right now, take a second. Just type hashtag win in the chat. If you're not watching with the chat on, it doesn't apply to you. But if you have the chat, because I see over 100 people in the chat itself.
22 votes. See, if we can get over 25 votes. See, that's... All right, 23 votes, 25 entries. But 100 watching. 24 votes, 26 entries.
I mean, I know people that are watching, obviously, without being in the chat, but for those in the chat.
Everybody we've blocked. Type hashtag win in the chat. 28 votes, 30 entries. Okay, see, it's close. But we have 100 it just jumped up. We have 107 watching on YouTube right now. And I mean, obviously, if you're a part of the 106, 107 watching on YouTube and you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. You'll get access to the chat, and you can vote. 30 entries, 31 votes.
Let's see. Lindy Lynch said American Slang reminds her of Bryan Adams' Run to You, which is a great song. That's a nice compliment.
I've heard that one.
Yeah, that's a great song. Leave comments about it in the comments on the video is what I'm talking about. As far as comments on American Slang's Gypsy Life single, leave comments in the video comments, not in the chat. Cece wants to know, question about guitars. I have over 300 guitars. So I have a good amount of them. A good amount of them.
Man.
And I show one every week.
How many lefties do you have?
0.
Oh.
They're all ones that I use, ones that I play, ones that I like. I am not a lefty, so no reason for me to have a lefty.
Technically, couldn't you play a lefty?
I actually bought a lefty guitar once to try because I liked it so much. I wanted to try stringing it right, and I did try it, and it just fell flat. It just, you know what it was? It was a bitch. It was a BC Rich bitch with all those complex controls, the Moser package of electronics and knobs and switches and stuff. And and I tried getting that strung left, and I all I found was all those controls were suddenly in the way of my arm from where I positioned my arm. So I was like really just kind of screwed with that. And why did I just lose the chat?
Your Facebook has died.
No. Oh no.
Yeah, 300 Facebook user. Who is that? What's your name on Facebook? If you're watching us on Facebook, you're watching within one of the groups that we're in. You can actually sign in, so we can actually see your name and your avatar. But yeah, let us know your name. So we have 34 votes, 33 entries.
As I try to get my chat screen back up. Welcome to Tech More on Tuesday.
Yeah, where's everybody watching from?
My mom's house. From Mama Kuda's in New York. Live from Mama Kuda's in New York. It's the Johnny Beane Follies.
Let us know in the chat where you're watching from right now.
Really? Why?
I'm in Santa Cruz, where it's
Look at this.
freezing.
Do you believe this? Really?
33. 35. Okay, so it looks like we got roughly 35 people that are
entered.
That are actually in the chat right now. But yeah, and we'd love to see new names too.
There's people that don't want the guitar picks that are in the chat, but they're holding out for Swiss picks. But for the 35 so far that are entered, we're gonna do it just for another minute or two. Hashtag win in the chat to be eligible to win. We'll pick the winner right now. In another minute or two, we will pick the winner. So look, you got nothing to lose and everything to win. Get it?
Yeah, there are no winners on this channel. No, wait. How's that go?
There are plenty of winners on this channel. There are no wieners on this channel. There are no wieners on this channel is what you mean. No wieners. That's what Johnny means. I think Russia just hacked my big screen.
Uh-oh. All right.
Yeah, I'm coming online. I'm coming online on my iPad, but keep texting hashtag win into the chat. Get your entry in.
Keep trying it. Mancuta's getting back online right now.
I am. Is that it? Let's see. Look on my phone first. Oh, come on. All right, it's coming back online. I'm almost there. The most complex dial-up you've ever seen. Loading row. Okay, almost. Let's see. You've got mail, Mancuda. Let's see. Hold on. Of course, I don't have it on my big screen, but that's what it is. Jojo the chimp's on my roof, pulling off my TV antenna. Bastard. David Crosby is hacking my fucking account right now. Right now, my mother's watching. Where are those monkeys? Now it's a party. Now it's a party. There we go. Lindy Lynch is a lefty. That'll feel good when you pump my shaft. Okay, I'm back online. Okay, so let's give away these guitar picks. Again, Johnny, show the prize. You are playing for this cool set of Van Halen.
Wait, that's not
guitar
the prize.
picks.
Hang on.
No, that's not. That's my mother's prize. There you go. Very cool, authentic Van Halen guitar picks. Online right now. Very cool.
Look at that. These are what you want.
Yeah.
35 of you want this. Only 35 of you. And actually, the chat's dropping. So here we go. And the winner is...
ADHD Sharp. Congratulations. Nice.
ADHD Sharp, formerly known as... Do you know?
I did. I know it's a long time listener. They changed it. Wait, was it thrash metal? Thrash metal and Funworks? Leo? Refresh me.
I think Keith Campbell. I think that's who that is.
Was it
That's
Keith Campbell?
No, Michael B.
No.
Right, that's ADHD. You're Michael B, right?
You don't even know, Johnny. I remember
think it
someone
is.
changed their name recently.
I think that's Michael B.
There you go.
Michael B, as in big winner.
Nice.
Right?
You get a big pack of Van Halen guitar picks.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, we're related. So what?
Thank you, man.
Now, See, I don't even know who that even is. But yeah, I think that's Michael B.
Cool. He's like, oh, thank God I got something for watching this crap.
Yeah.
I had to get something.
ADHD sharp.
ADHD sharp, sharp, sharp. ADHD sharp, sharp, sharp. ADHD sharp, sharp, sharp. ADHD sharp, sharp, sharp.
So
Sung to Baby Shark.
ADHD sharp, aka Michael B. Message me an address, and I'll be sending these out tomorrow.
Nice.
There you go. See, everybody wins here.
Everybody except my internet provider. Okay. There's my screen back. There we go. Finally. Jeez, what a pain in the ass. Wow. Sorry about that, kids. CC asked, John, if you sell guitars, how would someone know? I don't really sell guitars, man. You know, I love them. I collect them. I play them. I'm not a big seller, really. You know, that's not saying I haven't parted with some, you know, or traded them or got rid of one or two, you know, here or there, but I don't really sell them. So sorry. Never a sale. Never a sale.
So no shipping.
Never a ship.
No selling, no shipping.
Yeah, my stuff's very rarely for sale. So, but thank you. And congratulations, ADHD. Now that I can see you on the screen again, it's very nice.
ADHD sharp, congratulations.
There you go. Let's see. Bozique says, why am I watching this when the Miss Czech Republic swimsuit pageant is on another YouTube channel? Speaking of amazing beauty pageants, I was watching with Mama Kuda the other day the premiere episode of American Idol. And, you know, I don't usually watch the show, but I happened to be sitting with her and caught it. And the thing about American Idol this year is there's like I think Miss Georgia from 2016 is one of the competitors. And she's like just drop dead gorgeous. And then there's another really pretty girl, young, blonde. I forget her name. I mean, it just looks like there's just going to be some gorgeous, gorgeous girls on American Idol this year. And, you know, not to say that, like, they don't always have pretty people, blah, blah, blah.
So you just watched that with the sound down?
No. With my pants down is what I watched it with. I was stroking off to the songs. No, but it was no, Miss Georgia is in the state, as in the U.S. state, not former Soviet Republic. Miss Georgia is in the state, the glorious state of Georgia, peach cobbler, etc. You guys got to check this out because I'm going to be following this girl. Just, you know, I mean, for God's sake, she won, I guess, Miss America. I think she won Miss America 2016, but she was Miss Georgia before, and then she became Miss America, I believe 2016.
Betty Maxwell.
Let me see what she looks like.
That's her name. Betty Maxwell.
Let's see. Betty Rubble. Let's see.
Let me find it.
Yeah, Jesus Rapes Me. I already had a show on Sci-Fi Network. Mancuda Hoarders. I know. Hey, listen, guitars are addictive, man. They really are. They really are. Listen, this gas guitar acquisition syndrome, it's a real problem. The struggle is real. Try going to a guitar show or walking in a vintage store and not buying something. The struggle is real, man. Mm-hmm. So bring her up. Bring up this year's American Idol contestants. And
I'm trying to find a better.
You can't tell me there's any bad photos of her.
Well, I mean, quality-wise, like.
Oh, I got you.
A lot of times the quality is like really, really messed up. I mean, here, yeah. I mean, the quality is not I don't know why they're all like this, but quality isn't the greatest, but this is
Well, Bozique says he's got 17 guitars and he thinks he has a problem. There is a problem. You don't have enough guitars.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
So there you go.
There she is. That's the future Betty Mancuda. She's and there's another very pretty blonde on there. I forgot her name, but there's another very pretty blonde on there as well. But come on, man. You know, Santa Cruz wants to know why I'm visiting my mother, because I love my mother. There you go. Yeah, I have a lot of addictive hobbies. Look at her. She's my American Idol, boys and girls. You bet. Betty Mancuda right there. That's my future ex-wife. She's going to take me for everything. Listen, Cece, you want to buy some of my guitars? You're in luck, because after 5 years, when Betty Mancuda divorces me, she will probably have half of my guitars. Unless she kills me like a Black Widow, then she'll have all of them. So stay in contact with that former Miss America, because that will be the woman to buy my guitars from down the line. Yeah, Jimmy Ray Hawkins says she's gonna have that Shark guitar we were talking about earlier, Mark Kendall Shark.
Yeah, she'll have a whole collection of pink scarves.
Lawrence Christensen says, "What guitars would I really like to have? All of them." No, look, I love old BC Rich. I love old Charvel, Jackson's, old Kramer's, 80s vintage pretty much, with the exception of a couple of custom shops, but, the occasional Ibanez, a few Rands, I have a couple of boutique brands, and, a lot of celebrity stuff, but, 80s pro player guitars, I have a bunch of. They, again, I've showed these on the show. Let's see. Yeah, Robert Ranford. I have a couple of different storage units, because I have guitars scattered in various locations. Because, yeah, you can't live with like guitars everywhere. Houses only have so much room. So, you get storage areas.
I mean, nearby.
It would be nice.
It'd be nice to have guitars.
Mike Olson says, I've got 42 guitars. I need to sell a few.
What do you have?
Yeah. What do you got, Mike? Let's do this right now. Let's get this. Pay attention. Jimmy Ray Hawkins says, is there a prized possession guitar you desire? I mean, look, there's a couple of, great ones I would love to acquire for my collection. There's a bunch of certain graphic gunslingers. I love Nagel gunslingers. There's a whole bunch of vintage BC Rich handmaids that I'd love to get. I mean, there's so many, and then there's celebrity guitars. There's a bunch of guitars. Slash has a BC Rich bitch that I really want, that I had a chance to acquire from a friend, and once Slash bought it, it's not for sale. Let's see. Do I own an Ace Frehley Washburn guitar? No, I hate those. Love Ace Frehley, but I think the Washburn guitars were ugly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and by the way, Santa Cruz, when I say storage facilities, I don't literally mean the rental ones that you don't trust or anything. I mean, I have friends that basically, let's say, gave me parts of their homes for my use. So,
do you want to see?
That's where a lot of stuff is kept.
This is actually Mancuda's room right here.
There it is, and it always looks like that. What's funny? I looking at that photo. I don't own one acoustic guitar. I don't like acoustic guitars.
Oh,
yeah, Renus. It's a very 80s guitar. That Washburn, but I'm just not a fan. I'm a fan of Ace's. I'm not a fan of that guitar, that Ace Frehley guitar, though. Yeah, and that's not really my room, by the way.
That's not your floor?
Yeah. No, like one of my best friends gave me a room, and I keep some guitars there, and I have them scattered around LA and various other locations, but I always make sure I get something for the show.
Nice.
Yeah, so what do you got, man? Sell us some of these guitars. Maybe we'll sell them right here and now to me and Johnny. Paul and Dane are going to come back on to buy some stuff. Thank you, Kurt. Appreciate that. Yeah, Santa Cruz acoustic guitars require more maintenance because, the thin wood and everything. I just don't like the sound of them. They're not fun to play, which is like, a big thing for me. I just like an electric guitar. It's the same reason I don't play. I have one semi-hollow, but I don't like big, bulky guitars that aren't, cool image looking, I'm definitely a child of the 80s. I love, Strats or trust me, Bozique, these particular friends that I keep guitars at, there's a reason they're over there. They're armed to the teeth. These are very wealthy friends, so celebrity friends. There you go. There's reasons I put guitars there. No worries at all. Good luck with that. Yeah, Mark Dillon wants to know, do you ship? As we buy all these guitars right here and now. Send me a list, man. Johnny and I and Paulie and Zim may be your buyers. I don't even know what those guitars are. Those aren't my guitars in that photo. That is not my photo. Johnny just pulled that off the internet. That's not my photo. I literally don't own any acoustic guitars. And there's not enough 80s cool material in there. I dig the Les Pauls, but not, there's not a lot of cool stuff in there. I mean, there's cool stuff in there, but, not my style. Not all my style.
That's not his room because you can actually see the floor in this picture.
Yeah. Yeah, my room's full of comic books is what my room's full of. There you go. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Mike Olson has Kramer's, Eddie Ball, Music Man, Van Halen, EVH made in Japan. Listen, man, Kramer's, if you got American Kramer's, that's up my alley.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, Mike Olson, send a list to my Facebook. Jonathan Mancuda on Facebook. Please. I love pulling stuff out of people's collections. Absolutely.
Oh, Focus 3000.
I mean, I like the USA stuff.
I like the Japanese stuff.
Johnny likes the Japanese. I like the American Kramers. I mean, look, it's all good stuff. It's just, what you like. I always say, play what you like. Let's see. Just looking through. Sherman Callahan is an executive producer. Yes. She's a lady. Yeah, Mike Olson, man. We'll sell them all right now. Get ready to ship. Santa Cruz likes acoustic guitars. A lot of guys like acoustic guitars. It's just not my thing. Renus wants to know, do I own any BC Rich Ironbirds? Yeah, I own a bunch of them. I like old vintage Ironbirds. I like old vintage VC Rich. I like a lot of the obscure shapes, the Bitch, the Mockingbird, the Warlock, Wave, Stealth. Megaton wants to know, do I like flying Vs? I like the Rhodes Vs are the ones I like. I have one King V. I have a big pink King V, but as far as otherwise, I like Rhodes. I like Rhodes guitars a lot. I have a bunch of Jackson Rhodes guitars. Yeah, Mike Olson's like, now I'm getting nervous about selling my guitars. Yeah, it's blood in the water when all the sharks are circling.
Yep.
Yeah, man. No shit. Johnny, what do you got going on back there? What's the green screen?
Actually, there's no greens. The green screen's right here.
So this is what, just like a filter or something?
There's the green screen. Yeah. StreamYard. StreamYard has
Sperm yard.
built-in
Sperm yard.
green screens.
Nice. I know I mentioned, I'm going to say it again. Happy birthday to my friend Samantha.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Very, very cool. Let's see. Jimmy Ray Hawkins, Mancuda, going back to the Sunset Strip in the 80s. Do you remember the band Roxanne? Early they were rock, then funked, in the last few years back to rock, and did some work with George Lynch. Okay, I recognize the name Roxanne. I'm hoping I'm not confusing it with Roxette, who was a totally different band. That was Listen to Your Heart. But I remember Roxanne. They played like Roxanne, Blitzkrieg, the Sharks, like in that pack of guys early on the Sunset Strip. So I don't remember specific songs, but I remember like seeing flyers for the band, like Steeler. They were in that crowd, if memory serves, right? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so a different band than Roxette. But Roxanne, I remember the name. I didn't know they did later work with George Lynch, though. Let's see. I don't remember the band Hawk, although I'm sure there was a band. Good night, guys. Lawrence Christensen.
Bye,
Johnny,
Lawrence.
what do you think? I think we're good tonight. I think we've given them all they've paid for. I think they've heard enough hold music from GoDaddy.com to drive them nuts.
Look at this.
What we got? Ooh, Ghost Johnny Beane. He was dead all along.
Sherman.
Thank you, Sherman Callahan.
Sherman Callahan.
Johnny just got a boner like you just gave him a penis pump.
I just walked back into the screen.
Yeah, this is like Predator. Thank you,
Sherman.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you so much, Sherman Callahan. Sherman Callahan.
And look, let me just give a shout out. Again, prayers for everyone in Ukraine. Look, with this Russian nut job out there, we're gonna have to suck up the price of high gas for a while. But you know what? Let me just say, it's being patriotic. You know what? It's fighting for democracy, fighting for freedom, standing up for democracy around the world. That's what the U.S. does. That's what we do. So I'm not happy about high gas prices, but we're going to suck it up. We're going to be good Americans. We're going to be patriots, and we're going to stand up for democracy because you know what? Just like we fucking stopped Hitler, we're going to shove a fist up Putin's ass. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, da, comrade, fuck you. So there you go. Prayers for Ukraine. There you go. We'll stop this nut job. There you go. We good, Johnny?
Yes.
Let's
Yes,
give a thank you. Let's give thank yous out.
Say thank yous to everybody. Don't leave. Please stop leaving. Where are we? Yeah, and before the rest of you leave, yeah, tomorrow on Twitch, Steve Rosen will be with us.
The great Steve Rosen.
Kurt 5150 and I. Yeah, the great Steve Rosen. Join us on Twitch. Go to twitch.tv/Johnny Beane for the Talkin' Van Halen Twitch. The only Van Halen show on Twitch. Steve Rosen tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. And then
Kill
this.
And Keith Campbell, I'm going back to Soquel soon. I know the gas is high, but you know what? Like I said, I look at it as a war effort. We pay the gas because you know what? Back in World War II, they made sacrifices for freedom too. You got to do the right thing. You got to do the right thing. You can't fucking whine about gas prices and support Russia. You just can't do it. But don't worry, we'll get this nut job out of the fucking out of Ukraine. Either way, you can't. You got to boycott Russia. You just got to do it. The guy's a fucking madman. He's a despot. I don't want to fucking think about this guy with nuclear weapons. So let's give a thank you to our channel members: David Allen Wright, Mike Neese, Keenan Neighbors, Paul Martin Woods, Mr. Mick, Bubbly Dukakis, Smallmouth Guy, Lawrence Christensen, Symmetry, Majestic PB&J Cat, Warlag, Sherman Callahan, James S5150, James Gum, Wayno, Thomas Santiago, Vinyl Freak 5150, Dan Halen, James G, Music Therapy Laz, Andy Carson, Rick Green, The Chad, Christopher Live Sawa, All Dave, All Night, Murphy, Steve Barton, Fernando Riley, Laguna Palms, Robot Master Switch, R2R3 Locking Nut, 6Chick71, John Morana, Hillary Lewis, Jeff T, 5150 TV, Kurt 5150, KXM Rock, R Habs, Stephen Franklin, Carol Hatcher, Sean Shreds, Margaret Scranton, Michael the Captain Smith, Jesus Rapes Me, Nicole Mrazek, Brian Spalding, False Flag, Ghost BC Rich, Hugh Caldwell, Jim Nicholas, Mr. BHB Jr., that's Bruce, Thomas Santiago, Bozique, Linny Lou, Please Get Better, and my little geriatric sexkin Mary, and Steve Carmichael.
Steve Carmichael. You guys rock.
Absolutely.
You guys are awesome.
You guys are awesome. And remember something. More than anything, we appreciate our audience. We appreciate all of you. We are grateful for you, and we are nothing without you. So I want you all to remember that, how much we love you and how much we hate Vladimir Putin. There you go.
Yes.
We hate Putin almost as much as we hate David Crosby, right?
We
need to have
are good.
We need to have Cobra Kai Platoon come up with a cartoon of David Crosby like fisting Putin, or Putin fisting David Crosby. I don't know, something to that effect. Maybe a 69. Meh. Putin. Meh. Bastard. Meh. He's probably the reason we haven't streamed on my streaming service, and Crosby, Stills and Nash is off Spotify. Meh. Da. Meh, comrade. Meh. Yeah, we'll take Putin's head, put him right there. Put him right with Crosby's head.
Oh my gosh.
Very nice. Very nice. Leave comments in the video chat. Leave a thumbs up. We love you. We appreciate you.
Can't even see my hand. Yeah.
I can't see my hand when it's in my pants. It usually is.
And don't forget, tomorrow,
Steve Rosen, baby. And pick up a copy of that book. This is first-hand account as someone that hung out with Eddie.
You can get it. I feel like the weatherman. Yeah, join us tomorrow.
Right. Join us. Blue Rhino will be watching. Absolutely. Little Steve Rosen. There you go. You heard it first.
Oh, he's awesome. Steve is awesome.
So is Blue Rhino.
And Blue Rhino.
Yeah.
And so is dinner time.
Yeah, it's dinner time, boys and girls.
It's midnight. It's time for dinner.
Yeah, it's definitely time for dinner. Anyway, rock on, everyone. Be safe. We love you out there. God bless you, everyone. Not you, David Crosby. Vladimir Putin's watching right now. Johnny Beane.
You never know. He could be.
Well, if he is, here's for you, Vlad. Fuck you. Fuck you. From America to you. Fuck you, Vladimir Putin. There you go.
Oh, my gosh. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow on Twitch.
Rock on, everybody. Rock on. Love you.
Johnny Beane. Johnny Beane TV. Hey, Ned. Oh, good night.
Good night. Leave thumbs up. Fist, Putin. Fist you. Fuck you. Fist you. There you go.
Good night.
Good night. Bye. Jesus, ghost Johnny Beane.
Goodbye.